It said that revenge is a dish best served cold. Well, if the weather is an indicator, things could get pretty chilly tonight. About a month ago, the Davidson Lady Warriors picked up a 15-point victory over Theodore, and tonight they enter the game undefeated at 17-0. But Theodore has other sights in mind as they want to exact that revenge and pick up an area win over Davidson and give them their first loss of the year. Get ready because we are back for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. I'm Al Wheaton, he's Coach Ronnie Arrow, and we are live in the Bobcats den for Davidson versus Theodore, Coach.
Yeah, it's just a shame that school's not going on where it would be great crowds. This is two very highly respected girls' high school basketball programs. Two very good coaches that are going to be going at each other. They're very good friends, but for an hour and a half tonight, they're going to be bitter enemies.
And we're going to be talking about those two coaches tonight, Coach Terry McClure for Theodore and Coach Charlie Shipp for Davidson. Davidson coming in 17-0 tonight. And for Theodore, they are 12-5, Coach, and we're getting ready for the tip-off here as we go to the action on the floor here inside of the Bobcats den.
If Theodore is going to have a chance to win this game tonight, they're going to have to take care of Kelsey Thompson. Kelsey Thompson is the best player, girls player in this area and maybe even in state, averaging 26 points a game, 14 rebounds. She backs down from nobody.
Theodore with that first attempt right there, no good. Ball is out. And you talked about it, Coach. Kelsey Thompson, 25.8 points per game. She's averaging on the season. Already committed to University of South Alabama.
Jag fans, get ready.
You
got a good one coming.
And you know that one firsthand, Coach, from your experience there. So a lot of folks excited about her heading out there to Jaguar land. And the first points of the night put up by Jasmine Bingham of Theodore as they take the lead 2-0 here. Our first points of the ball game.
Theodore's going to play zone. They don't have the personnel to get out there and guard, but I tell you what, Davidson can shoot from outside. When I talked to Coach McClure today, he was definitely, for us to be able to win, we have to take care of their press.
And speaking of, oh good, sorry about that, Coach. Speaking of shooting outside, Davidson with the long three from Spencer. Back-to-back buckets for Bingham as she scores down low twice for the Lady Bobcats.
Right. This is going to be a fast-paced game. If they're going to be able to do anything, Theodore do anything, they're going to have to slow it down some.
Another outshot shot from Rayshawn Spencer. That's no good. Theodore bringing the ball across the timeline, pushing it up to Kia Weatherly. As they're trying to set something up, driving in for the Bobcats. That shot is blocked but saved. Scrambling forward, and Davidson comes up with the loose ball, pushing it up the floor. Morgan Barnett, she's a sophomore guard for the Lady Warriors. We get a chance, we'll try to get both of those starting lineups on the screen so you guys can see who is on the floor for tonight's contest here. We're kind of playing basketball before school starts,
Before
Coach.
school starts. It's a shame because these two, nobody in this town wants to play these two teams. These two teams year in and year out, Coach McClure and Coach Shipp, every year has got talented teams. Thompson
puts two of them up from long range. They're both no good. Theodore comes down with the rebound. T. McCarroll brings it across the timeline. And we have a loose ball that goes out of bounds, going to remain here with the Lady Bobcats. This is a 7A Area 1 game. Here's our starting lineup as you see right there. Nacia McCall for Davidson. Guard senior Morgan Barnett, Ayanna Johnson, Rayshawn Spencer. And we talked about Kelsey Thompson, the South Alabama signee. And for Theodore, you saw their starters right there as they're kind of basically taking their time. They want to play keep away and let the clock be their ally tonight, Coach. They can keep the ball out of Kelsey Thompson's hand.
They're going to have to do that. So far, they've been able to do that. And as I say that, Kelsey gets one up from outside. You know, the thing about Kelsey, she can do it all. She can make threes. She's strong enough. She backs down. She came to my classroom this summer, and I tell you what, she backed down from none of the guys. And if the guys backed down a little bit just because she was a girl, she kicked their tails.
Davidson with that loose ball had a fast break opportunity, couldn't convert, and dropping it in the bucket, Morgan Barnett.
Nice little ball fake. Nice little ball fake and get to the hole.
I think we have a quick timeout called by Theodore. Take a look at the replay. This is a full timeout called by Theodore. Here's a replay right there with Barnett dropping it in. Coach McClure over there not happy at all so far. Even down just 1 point, 5-4.
You're gonna see a coach that's very animated, but I'm gonna tell you this: Coach McClure, it's passion. It's not heat. It's not this is passion for the game. Let me put it like this. For the past 2 years, he had 8 seniors. 6 of those 8 seniors signed basketball scholarships to play in college. If you come to Theodore, he's going to develop you.
That is huge. Al Wheaton, Coach Ronnie Arrow, statistician China Powell, and Matt Moore here on the campus of Theodore High School as we're kicking off the new year. Davidson versus Theodore. Don't forget, after this ball game, the boys will be playing next around 7:30. So we've got double action headed your way tonight. After that timeout call by Coach McClure, he wants to get the girls settled down.
Here's that full court press that they were talking about. They're gonna, it's man-to-man, but when they come across mid-court, they're gonna trap them.
That ball is out right in front of us. Good job, quick hands by China Powell over there doing stats and saving the loose ball.
Saving loose ball.
Theodore gets it in, and they lose it. Turnover once again as Davidson's bringing it up. But that's a violation over and back, so they'll turn it back over to Theodore. There's a shot right there of Coach Terry McClure sitting down with his Lady Bobcats.
Yeah, that's the least action you're going to see of Terry tonight. I guarantee you that. See, when they bring the ball over and just pick the ball up, I guarantee you they're licking their chops at Davidson. Nice little.
Takia Weatherly with the runner. It does not fall. That's Kelsey Thompson bringing the ball up across the timeline. Cannot convert on her shot. We're waiting for her to get her first bucket tonight.
Let me tell you something about Kelsey. Last week they played UMS, a very good UMS team in their tournament, Coach Canova's team, and she had 34. Kelsey had 34 points, 18 in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
So she can explode at any time.
Right now, Jasmine Bingham exploding for Theodore. She's accountable for 6 points. All of the Theodore Bobcats points there for the Lady Bobcats. That shot rims out for Denasia McCall as they swing it over. Barnett drains it. That's a 3 as Davidson takes the lead.
Barnett's putting that ball up. She's getting good shots, and she's making good for it. There's another turnover.
Barnett is just a sophomore guard for the Lady Warriors. Driving in for Davidson, Rayshawn Spencer. Her shot's no good. Weatherly trying to get control of the rock. Does it, puts up one, bounces off. Theodore gets the rebound, and I believe we may have our first foul of the ball game.
It's very fast-paced, but as long as it's fast-paced, it's Davidson's ability to be able to press and trap.
I believe that foul called on Denasia McCall of Davidson. It'll be her first. As Theodore inbounds the ball under their own basket.
Nice ball movement.
McCarroll swings it over to Weatherly. No good, down low. Theodore cannot complete and get points. Another turnover back to the Lady Warriors as they are on the move with less than 4 minutes here in the first quarter.
Theodore's getting a lot of shots. I don't think they're great shots, but they need to probably get a little bit more, pass it around, and get a little bit more open shots.
Barnett, she's hit for 1-3 and commits the traveling call right there. So for a team that's 17-0, Coach, they're coming out just a bit shaky. I think we haven't seen Thompson hit a bucket yet.
Might have had too much turkey for the holidays.
Well, you know, at Christmas time, we're turkey for Thanksgiving, we did the seafood thing ourselves. So, you know, might have been too many crabs or shrimp or something.
There you go. Turkeys were so high priced, we didn't get much turkey.
Right. I'm with you there.
So they'll settle down in a little bit. Both of these, this is a big rivalry. These are two very good high school girls basketball teams, and this is a big rivalry. They're going to play hard.
Ball's going to remain with Davidson. McCall wincing on the floor in front of the Davidson bench. She is injured.
She went down pretty hard.
She sure did. So we maybe have to take a break right here and come back and resume coverage as the trainers take a look at her. This will be more so of an official's timeout. So we'll take a break and we'll come back, bring you more action. You're watching Davidson and Theodore, the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
If you look at the numbers, Mobile County Public Schools is making great strides. With more than 53,000 students, 7,000 employees, and 90 schools, we are consistently increasing our 4-year graduation rate and our first-class pre-K program. We continue to strive for national recognition and continue to prepare our students for the global workforce. And we do all of this with one goal in mind: to equip and empower college and career-ready graduates. Mobile County Public Schools. We're learning today, leading tomorrow.
My name is Harshini. I'm a junior at Davidson High School, and after graduation, I plan on pursuing a career in dermatology. Currently, I'm taking science classes such as AP Chemistry, Biology, and Human Anatomy, which will help me pursue my career. I feel as though Mobile County is preparing me for my career choice in that they provide rigorous classes that help me think further beyond just what I'm learning. I'm Harshini Cannon, a junior at Davidson High School, and I'm learning today so I can be a leader tomorrow.
At Mobile County Public Schools, we are learning today and leading tomorrow. And right now leading, it is Davidson on top 8-6 as they look at Denisha McCall, had to escort her off of the floor. And Coach Ship has checked someone else into the ball game tonight. Kaylin Ayler, number 21. She's going to come in and play guard.
So that's the third turnover on Barnett. She's got to be able to take care of the ball better than that.
Have to, and I believe Davidson and Coach Charlie Ship are calling a quick 30-second timeout. So Davidson calls a quick 30 right there after what we just saw on the floor, Coach. He wants to talk to him after he inserts Ayler into the ball game. Yeah,
unfortunately, Charlie's a little upset. I think they have more turnovers than they have points. So he's definitely getting
right
in their ear.
Yeah.
You can't be that nonchalant with the ball like that, especially your point guard. Your point guard's got to take care of the ball and get the rest of the team into the plays that they want to run.
Trainers over there working on McCall on the sideline. Looks like the ankle may have been turned as they continue to give her some therapy and treatment on the sideline. And we're over here inside of the Bobcats den for action.
When I talked to Coach McClure today, he said he was going to throw up a new zone against them. They're running a 1-3-1 now that is giving them some problems. They're not shooting it very well. They're not getting it inside at all.
Shot right there from Johnson, rims out. A long one attempted by Weatherly, and it is blocked. See, and Davidson on the move.
That's just a bad shot. Bad decision. Bad decision.
Shot going up from Kelsey Thompson. She drains the three. There it is, Coach. She's on the board. Let's see what's going to happen here.
She can go inside. She can go outside. If she gets hot, Theodore's in trouble.
Thompson responsible
right there.
She's responsible for that turnover. Cannot get the bucket. Defense by T. McCarroll right there. Jasmine Bingham responsible for all the Theodore points. They tried to go down low to her. That pass intercepted by Davidson. Bingham is 53 of 67 in her last 6 games, Coach McClure told me. So they're going to ride her hard tonight. 17.4 points per game is her average.
They want her to grow up in a hurry.
She's just a sophomore, so she has some years behind her, standing 5'10", playing center. Here's a long one, launched by McCarroll. No good, it comes off. And Davidson, we've seen them have fast break opportunities, just not able to capitalize. And look at that one, a traveling called against Kelsey Thompson.
Yeah, Kelsey tried to ball fake and drug her pivot foot at the same time. She needs to just let the game come to her. She's trying to get too anxious right now.
Might be too much of that holiday turkey, Coach, like you said.
Too much.
Turnover right there as Theodore just throws the ball away.
The problem with Theodore, everything is perimeter basketball. Nothing is inside. Every time they try and go inside, it's getting intercepted. They're going cross court, and their passes aren't very sharp. They got to do more penetrating and pitching.
You can see the angst right there of McCall as she's on the sidelines. They're giving her treatment to her right leg. Thompson kicks it out from the corner back to Barnett. They're just working it across the floor and launching a three. Rayshawn Spencer, she drains it. And look at Davidson, they're opening up right now, 14-6. Theodore's been scoreless in the last 4 minutes.
See, they got the ball to the middle and broke the press good. Got help, tried to lob it inside, had great backside help.
Trying to go down low to Jasmine Bingham. She's the second leading scorer on the team, actually Takia Weatherly, averaging 19.9 points per ball game.
One thing that Coach McClure does, he does an excellent job with post play. He's always has has had good post people, and he does a great job of developing them.
Looks like we have a foul called on Ayanna Johnson. I believe that's going to be her first.
The last time Davidson came by, they got ball movement. They reversed the ball, made 4 or 5 passes, and got a wide open shot outside.
Tishanti Herring hits both of them for the Lady Bobcats as we are under 1 minute here remaining in the first quarter. Thompson working that ball over. Gets it to Spencer. She throws it, and it is gone errant. Thompson with the block. Not a foul. It's going to remain with Theodore. Look at her athleticism, Coach.
Kelsey ran the court. She didn't give up. And that was 2 points. That was going to be an easy 2 points.
Easy buckets, right?
Easy. Absolutely.
Team McCarroll back to inbound the ball. Going up top to Bingham. Tried to get it off the glass. Did not fall. 40 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. As Thompson brings across the timeline, launches a 3. Off the back iron. Bingham with a nice rebound there.
See, one thing, big difference between girls and boys basketball. Boys do more trying to drive and pitch, where the girls are just passing it around. Look and see how much the middle is open.
Right.
Where they can get the ball. They can either nice pass.
Nice pass by Kelsey Thompson and Kaylin.
A no look.
Ayla, that is right, Coach. That's how I used to do it back at the downtown Y. That's why I don't play there anymore.
Is it that? They won't let you in.
That's what it is. So at the end of one, looks like Davidson is going to be on top 16-8. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
This is a program for any middle school student who's actually behind. This opportunity offers kids a chance to do 2 grades in 1 year.
If it wasn't for Star Academy, I would still be in 8th grade and probably still struggling.
We are one-on-one. We have small classrooms, and we're able to give students that personal touch, that personal attention.
I know I'm coming to see good teachers, good attitude, and also they're here to teach us what we need to learn.
To the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Don't forget, MCPSS COVID-19 recommendations. School starts back tomorrow. So with the latest increase in COVID-19 cases, the Mobile County Public Schools are strongly recommending that all students and employees wear masks. Make sure you get yourself masked up, get yourself taken care of. This Omicron is seeming to get out of control here, Coach, so we got to get this thing under wraps, man. We need some basketball, you know what I'm saying?
That's right. We definitely don't want at the end of the season.
That's right.
We're close to it to be shut down. One thing that I want to say is that Davidson is ranked number 10 in Alabama, and see the difference. Theodore is ranked number 46. So you can't take anything for granted.
That's right. As we all know, on any one given night, any one thing can happen. We don't have to go back to, what was that year, 1989, Coach, I believe, up in Atlanta at the what was that? The Omni Center. Yeah, so anything can happen in one particular one night.
Wimp's still mad at me.
Oh, he'll be all right, Coach. He'll be all right. Nice rebound right there for Davidson. Ayanna Johnson couldn't put it back. She is fouled on the play. Theodore will be picking up their first foul of the night. I believe they're going to call Tishanti Herring with her first foul. But that was a nice rebound right there.
It was. She went
Johnson.
Up. She went up.
Johnson averages 15.9 boards a game, so she must have some Windex in her book bag. She's always cleaning the glass. Got to make those free throws, though. They are
free
throws. Keep that in mind, Coach. Free throws.
Free throws. Got to get your players to understand that.
Yeah, yeah.
And if they're not making them, they need to come in after and before and practice them.
But a ball game like this, the huge significance, not only an area game, but you have an undefeated team coming in, playing their first game off a break just like you. So every point matters. It's really crucial.
Anything can happen. What a great win for Theodore if they can pull this off. But it's still early.
Still early. Deja Weatherly tries to break through that defense there. Ball is knocked out by Davidson, so it'll be Lady Bobcats basketball as Coach McClure is sending in some reinforcement here, checking in for the ball game. Number 23, Livy Poe.
I love Coach McClure. At halftime, he was talking to his girls rather loudly. You would think he was behind 20 points. And he was up. And he's just trying to get their attention. What a passion for the game he has.
Fatu Bond launches the three there. She cannot connect. Theodore working that ball around. Get to Livy Poe. T. McCarroll running the point for the Lady Bobcats. Down low, that shot is blocked. And Davidson on the move. Nice bounce pass. Down low to Morgan Barnett. She's going to bring it back out to the top.
Smart move.
And nice. Draining the three, Rayshawn Spencer. And Coach Terry McClure of Theodore. Theodore is going to call a full timeout here. He doesn't want this to get out of control, down 12 points.
Right.
So Theodore has called timeout here, full timeout. Want to make sure you lock it in right here to the MCPSS TV network. And when you do that, you can join Homeroom with Renee Phillips. And when you do that, you'll find out the latest homework tips and what's happening inside the schools and classrooms. That's Join Homeroom with Renee Phillips right here on the MCPSS TV network. There she is. She popped in and went away. Now she's back. There's Renee Phillips for Homeroom. So make sure you check her out. She'll let you know what's happening. And with school going back in, they'll have to have some new shows headed your way this quarter for the Mobile County Public School System. We're glad to be on campus here at Theodore. We have another game on tap later on tonight. It'll be the boys after the girls. And we're looking forward to seeing that action as well. Right now, Davidson has come alive, Coach. We knew it was going to happen at some point.
These are two very well coached teams. They're getting the ball to the middle on the full court press. They're getting it out. They just got to finish when they get it down there. Whoa.
Swinging it way across court. Rayshawn Spencer trying to connect with Thompson. And they waste that opportunity and throw it away.
That almost went out the door, my man.
It did. It
did. They had to shut the door on that one.
I was looking at it like, whoa. Davidson coming out, pressing them. Setting up the trap
Back
to try to
middle.
steal. And they kick it out to T. McCarroll. She's trying to get a handle on the ball as they try to go down low to Bingham. Bingham looking a bit frustrated as she cannot get any more points. She has 6 tonight.
They're moving the ball around, but again, both bunches have got to take care of the ball. You can tell that they haven't practiced that much. They've got to be able to take care of the ball. Too many turnovers too early.
Too many turnovers too early. You're right, Coach. And there's one right there as we talk about it. Spencer with the steal.
Nice Euro step.
And does the Euro step count the basket for Rayshawn Spencer as she is fouled on the play. Livy Pogue picks up her first foul, so Spencer goes to the line to shoot one. Nice move right there.
Move. With Jasmine, they're doing a really good job on her. They're fronting and helping from the back where she can't get the ball. They know if she gets it, she can score down there.
Bingham had the rebound there, Coach, but Theodore lost it, and now the ball's back to Davidson.
Both bunches are turning the ball. Good. She ball faked that time. That was a good wide open shot.
Nice shot right there by Barnett. It could not fall. Thompson shoots one almost down there from Irvington. It comes up short. And Theodore on the move right now to Keel Weatherly. She goes scoop-de-doop and drops it in the hoop, Coach, for 2. Theodore needed that bucket bad.
Yeah, Weatherly did a great job not only getting it down there, she read it. The defense down there did a nice Euro step, put it in the hole.
Lady Bobcats down 12 right now.
See, they're double teaming Kelsey every time she touches the ball.
And Barnett's going to continue to shoot that three if she's going to be open like that. They feed it back down to Thompson. She saves it. Spencer
Johnson made a really good, and that's
back
a
to her.
foul. I don't know what happened on that one. That should have been a foul.
There's the call right there, Coach. Two shots coming up for the Lady Warriors.
They missed the first foul, but they made it up on the second one.
I believe they're going to attribute that to Shanti Herring. It's going to be 2 shots for the Lady Warriors coming up here. Kaylin Ayler, a junior, is going to be shooting this one.
Barnett for Davidson has got to get their team, and she's got to take care of the ball. She's doing a nice job. She's forced a couple shots, and she's had 4 turnovers, I think. She's got to take care of the ball and get the rest of the team in order so that the ball movement takes place.
Ayler misses both of them. Loose ball. And it's going to be Davidson's ball on the loose ball, and Kelsey Thompson slips in the back door and lays it off the glass for 2. Wow.
They never saw her coming.
They were not prepared. Sleep totally on that one, Coach, unfortunately for the young ladies. Nice steal by Barnett. You just talked about her, and down low.
Oh, you got to finish that.
Thompson got to finish it. Tries to throw it back up with the backward scoop. That doesn't work. Deja Weatherly loses control. Davidson, another turnover for Theodore. Here's Kelsey Thompson. I think she was thinking about pulling that 3 on the trigger there.
She thought to drive, then she was going back. Ball fake.
That one rims off. Rebound there by Herring. They have the numbers. They pull it back out. Oh, Bingham throws it away. She is so frustrated with herself right now. And we have another turnover.
With both bunches only playing like 7 players, they're getting tired. With too much turkey, only playing 7 players, with Davidson full court pressing, they're running out of gas.
Put back up by Theodore, the Lady Bobcats. Deja Weatherly, she makes the bucket. I believe we have a timeout call by Davidson. Coach Charlie Shipp is called for a full timeout. So we'll have a break in the action right here as Davidson is up 12, 24-12 right here inside of the Bobcats den.
Right now, Davidson's wanting to tell them they got to push the ball. They got to go with the ball. It's to their advantage. They've got a good rest now. For Theodore, they don't need to be pushing the ball. They want it slowed down. They've got some girls that are really tired because of the full court press.
Right.
And right now, it's a challenge for both to get into their style of play that they want this game to go to.
We're going to see what changes may have happened. Who's checking in for Davidson? We have Barnett, Johnson, Thompson still on the floor, along with Spencer. Let's see who Coach McClure is going to put into the ball game for Theodore. Bingham still out there, as well as McCarroll and Herring, Weatherly, and Fatu Bond. So looks like the same crew may be out here.
Crew.
They just needed a little breather right there, Coach.
That was a good timeout for both groups.
Kelsey Thompson at the elbow. It irons off.
Yeah, Kelsey's having a rough shooting night. I don't know how much she got into the gym, maybe over the break, but I'm telling you what, she is a great player. She'll get it together here before long.
Weatherly drives inside. She is fouled down in the paint, as Theodore is down 12 right now.
And that's, I think, 12 or 14 is what they got beat by the last time by Davidson.
I think Ayanna Johnson has picked up her second foul on the play. That would give her 2.
Get the ball inside. Nice set play.
They're all over McCarroll with the defense as Weatherly trying to drive down low. Deja Weatherly is fouled. That may have been on Thompson, or possibly checking into the ball game, Ava DeWolf. number 34. We'll double check with our buddy Matt Moore at the scores table for fouls at halftime and verify. Lady Bobcats down 12 right now, trying to get something together, gain their composure, get back into the ball game. They lost 64-50 when these two teams met back on November 30th. Davidson undefeated, 17-0, as you said, Coach, ranked number 10 in the state, down low to Jasmine Bingham.
I tell you what, like I said, Coach McClure does a great job with their post people. When Jasmine posted in, no one was around her, she got down and pinned, and they got it into her. They need to spread it more where they can get it into her. They can't help off like they have been in the past.
That foul on Durouf. Trying to feed it down low
Great
to
effort,
Kia Weatherly.
Barnett did a great job diving on the floor to knock that ball away.
And that Davidson Lady Warriors defense stiffens up, as you said.
And you know what's scary
nice
is
back door to Jasmine Bingham as she rolled around. There's the point that Theodore's trying to get up.
Yeah, there's no question. And what's scary is that Davidson is up 10 points, and actually Kelsey hadn't done that much. If she gets going, Theodore better hang on and keep putting what pressure that they're doing on her.
Ball thrown away by the Lady Warriors. You're right. It hasn't been a if you want to call it a glamorous, spectacular showing for Thompson, coming in averaging 25.8 points a ball game. She's kind of done some work, but she's missed some shots tonight, Coach.
Let's put it like this. This is after vacation game.
That's what it is.
Let's put it like that.
After vacation game, I like that. Theodore inbounds the ball, and it is stolen. And the finger roll by Anna Johnson.
What a great steal. Dribbled the length of the court, laid it up. Good defense leads to points. Nice, strong move.
Theodore cannot capitalize. Loose ball. It is out against the Lady Bobcats. And Davidson with 2 minutes and 1 second remaining here in the first half. On top, 12 points again. Officials discussing it. Is that ball going to remain? It's going to remain with Theodore. It must have maybe went off the leg of a Lady Warrior.
I think so. You know, I wish that Coach McClure could get Jasmine in and out for just a short period of time and rest her and then get her back in. Because right now she's really sucking for air.
Stephen Newhouse, Janelle Looney, and
he's got an assortment of out-of-bounds play. That's like the 4th time they've scored from out of bounds.
They sure have. Our officials for this night's game and our next game coming up as well.
Good strong move and pitch.
Drive by
Wide
Johnson.
Open shot.
Kicks it out to Spencer. She cannot connect. And Stephen Newhouse signals it is Lady Bobcats basketball.
Setting up in a 2-on-2 full court press. They're going to trap. They're going to try and trap at midcourt and at the wings. And right now they should be trapping right there. You can't go down there and stop. You dribble.
Turnover on the play. Davidson gets the ball, but a quick foul committed by one of the young ladies for Theodore. Don't know if that was on Weatherly or if that was on Bingham.
I think it was on Weatherly.
I think it was. I saw a 4. Yeah. The other hand was blocked by the official as we are under 90 seconds here.
Nice ball moving around. One more pass. One more pass. That was a forced shot.
Lady Bobcats down 10 here with approaching 1 minute as they work the ball over to McGraw. Down low to Jasmine Bingham as she drops in another bucket for the Lady Bobcats.
And T. McCarroll was the one that saw that wide open. She was the one that got it in there to her, so more power to her.
Right.
Spread that thing and get it in.
Coming up at halftime, we'll try to catch Coach Terry McClure on his way into the locker room.
You better be fast because he likes to get in there fast and start talking to his girls.
Well, we're not here to delay him, Coach. We're just here to kind of glean some information and get an idea. Has the lead at 8 right now. Tie up on the floor. Looks like the possession arrow goes to Davidson. Let's take a look.
Yeah, Takia's got to be able to do better than just drive to to the corner and pick the ball up. That's what they're wanting to do.
So it'll remain here with Theodore. They could cut the lead to 6 right here with a bucket.
Cross pick inside, looking inside. Very nice ball fake. Oh.
Down low, Jasmine Bingham does it again. And the lead is 6 as we approach 30 seconds remaining here.
Ayana came over, Johnson came over and got a really good block shot on that one.
Davidson launches one nice shot by Kaylin Ayler to extend the lead to 8. Ball's going to remain on this end of the floor. So Theodore could hold this for the last shot if they want to cut the lead to 6. 13 seconds here remaining on the clock.
You watch the two coaches, and you see Charles over there, Coach Shep over there, calm, and then you see Coach McClure over there that
down
nice
low
pass
to Jasmine Bingham, and she's fouled on the play. Count the basket for Jasmine Bingham. Man, she is really putting in some work tonight for the Lady Bobcats. They could cut this lead to 5 here. Great effort being put up.
The biggest difference right now is they spread this thing. They're starting to, the last 3 times they've scored, the ball has been at the top of the circle and thrown in. They can't help down on the post where the ball is at that station of the court.
Huge bucket right there from Bingham, and she makes the free throw. Came up a bit gimpy. She goes to the sideline, coach, with 6 seconds remaining. The lead is 5. And officials are at the scores table. They're looking at the clock. It looks as if the game clock never started.
Yeah.
After that free throw, after the inbounds.
Tell you what, the coaches will let the officials know they're right on it.
They try to get it up. The shot is blocked.
Good clean
block.
block.
But it looks like not a foul. Is it a foul being called or a timeout by Davidson? Stephen Newhouse saying the ball is tipped.
I think that was it.
So it looks like that is going to be the half. So we're at the half. We're going to try to get Coach Terry McClure over here to chat with us for a moment here. As Theodore on top 28-20. I'm sorry, Davidson on top 28-23. You can just step right around here, Coach. We do appreciate it. Next to Coach Arrow right there. First half action here inside of the Bobcats den. Coach Terry McClure joining us. Coach, down 5 points here in the first half. We've seen Jasmine Bingham do a lot down low for you guys tonight.
Yeah. I told you, she's shooting phenomenal percent. When she gets her hand on the ball, she's going to put it in. But, you know, we got to get her to post more and quit asking for the lob all the time.
I think the best thing that y'all are doing, y'all are trying to feed her from the corner, and they were fronting, and they were helping from behind. Now you've brought the ball out to the top of the circle, and you're feeding straight in. They can't double team her down there.
We're trying. That's what, you know, they always don't do what you want them to do.
Right.
You know, but
you've got to be happy with the work that y'all have done on Kelsey and being only down, what,
down
5 points right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's big. You know, last time they killed us in a quarter, and, you know, the other 3 were kind of hung with them. So, we had little problems there. We had to take people out of the game, and I hope they've kind of understand now that they got to keep playing the whole 32 minutes they want to win the game.
Well, Coach, we'll let you get to your young ladies. We do appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you.
It is halftime. Davidson's on top right now, 28-23. We'll be back with halftime action. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
It's time to be together again.
To make it safe for our grandparents and parents.
To see live music.
To see our teams play in packed stadiums again.
For our kids to go back to school.
Play sports and get back in the classroom. Mask off.
Masks off.
Masks off. It's time to get back to doing what we love with who we love.
But it's up to you.
But it's up to you.
But it's up to you.
It's time to talk to your doctor about getting vaccinated.
For your family,
your children,
and our community. Together, if we vaccinate,
COVID-19 can't put us back inside again.
What's the matter, baby? You're not feeling good?
School-age children are at a higher risk of getting and spreading germs and viruses. To help protect the spread, students are encouraged to stay home when sick. Parents, it's important for your child to remain at home at least 24 hours after they no longer have a fever of 100 degrees or higher without the use of medications. Please help us maintain a healthy learning environment.
If you look at the numbers, Mobile County Public Schools is making great strides. With more than 53,000 students, 7,000 employees, and 90 schools, we are consistently increasing our four-year graduation rate and our first-class pre-K program. We continue to strive for national recognition and continue to prepare our students for the global workforce. And we do all of this with one goal in mind, to equip and empower college and career-ready graduates. Mobile County Public Schools. We're learning today, leading tomorrow.
Together we've got this.
Together we've got this. Together we've got this.
We welcome you back to the Bobcats Den here for the MCPSS High School basketball game of the week. Davidson on top 28-23. Theodore only down 5 points, Coach. As we take a look at the first half statistics right there, that tells the story, especially right there in three-pointers. Theodore 0 for 9, but Davidson 5 for 16 tonight.
5 for 16, yeah. They've got to be able, Theodore's got to be able to hit some threes. There's no question about it. I tell you what, it's a very loose game. Yep. Only shot 5 free throws and 3 free throws.
And Theodore 3 for 3, that's huge, but we saw Davidson miss a few of those free throws we talked about. But the rebound is pretty much spot on right there, 20 for Davidson and 19 for Theodore. Speaking of the foul situation, had a chance to talk with our statistician Matt Moore. Kelsey Thompson with 2 fouls, Ayanna Johnson with 2 fouls for Davidson, and for Theodore only 1 player with 2 fouls, number 14, Tequila Weatherly. So they're kind of doing pretty good keeping the fouls down for the Bobcats.
Yeah, they're especially in this type of game right after vacation, getting up and down the court, being tired. When you get tired, you have a tendency to foul. There's lucky the officials aren't calling it very close, but again,
right,
like what we talked about with Coach McClure, that he's got to be very happy to only be 5 points down to this club.
We're going to try to get Coach Charlie Shipp over here to the table and talk to him about first half performance for his young ladies, for the Davidson Lady Warriors. We're going to look at the screen right here behind you. Coach Shipp, you can stand up. You can stand up with us. Stay where you are, Coach Air. Okay. Just stand next to Coach Air, and we'll talk to you right quick. We appreciate you joining us, Coach. We'll try to get you back over there before the third quarter kicks off. Talk about first half performance here for the team tonight. Oh, just adjust your microphone right there to the side there, Coach. There you go, right there, to your left, where your left hand is. There you go. There you go.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Go ahead. Go ahead.
They got after us the second quarter. We had a 10 or 12 point lead. We blew that. So hopefully we'll come out in the second half, play a lot better. We couldn't stop their center. They should have probably had about 17, but hopefully we'll pick it up the second half.
It seemed like that y'all's press really wore them down, and you were doing very well with it. first quarter. Then y'all got a little bit tired too in the press and wasn't putting quite as much pressure on. They're dribbling. It seems like you want to trap at the wings and in the corner. And when y'all get them there, y'all are in good shape because they're not hitting the middle very good.
It hurt when McCall went out. That kind of hurt us. That was one of our quicker guards. She does well in the press, so we're just going to play without her.
What are you going to try and do now? It seemed like the biggest thing with Bingham, she was getting the ball inside. When they were trying to feed her for the side, you had her sandwiched. But then they started feeding her from the top of the circle going in. You weren't getting any front help.
Yeah, we're going to get that this half.
Okay.
All right, Coach.
I figured you had some words for that.
We appreciate you stopping by and talk with us. Coach Charlie Shipp of the Davidson Lady Warriors. We're about a few seconds away, so, Coach, you head on over to the sidelines. We know you got to get with the young ladies right there. We appreciate you taking our time to chat with us here. And Coach Aaron, he talked about it. McCall being out definitely making a difference, and the fact that they have to contain Bingham down low as she got a lot of points for Theodore tonight.
Yeah, there's no question. McCall has got to be able to do more than what she's been doing. But, hey, hand it to Theodore. You're playing a 17-0 team right after holidays.
Right.
And they're hanging right in there with them. The best player with stats for Davidson is not having that good a game right now. Kelsey's not having that good a game. More power to Theodore, but I guarantee you, Kelsey's talking to herself right now that she's going to get into the groove.
I agree with you there. And a good spot for Coach Terry McClure and the Lady Bobcats to only be down 5 points right now as they lost to them by 15 back on November 30th. So they're sitting in a pretty good spot. They know what they have to do if they can kind of keep things where they are and stay within, a point here or there. They got a chance at the end.
You're looking at two very successful coaches, girls basketball. They went in, talked to these girls. They came back out. Now watch and see the play on both sides. If they just don't get tired. If they don't, we need some oxygen over there on the sideline for them, and maybe for the coaches.
You can see how calm Coach Shipp was. He knows what's in front of him. He said, "Hey, I understand. It is what it is." So we'll come out in the second half. And
that's why they play the game.
Yep, get ourselves together. That's why they play. There's a shot right there, Coach Shipp at Davidson. He is 512 and 162. That is a winning percentage of 760. A 760. Winning percentage for Coach Charlie Shipp. So he's been doing his thing there for a while and totally enjoyed it.
A couple years ago, he had some major health problems. He had 30 procedures. He lost 70 pounds, and he came back strong as if nothing even happened to him. So more power to him.
Tie up on the floor with for possession.
We got the crowd getting into it.
And the crowd is
Come on, crowd.
Coach.
Come on, crowd. Make up for the students not being here that's being out of school.
Coach Arrow, the crowd is coming out here. Coach
Nice
McClure
break.
told me
Nice
free
break.
admission to the students tonight as well. Another possession on the floor. And that one's going to go to Davidson. Looks like the Arrow, they're switching it a bit early. So, Theodore just had the ball.
Theodore's doing a great job of breaking the press. They're getting the ball in the middle, getting it down court. They just got to finish down there.
Rayshawn Spencer drives in. That ball is short. As Thompson grabs the rebound, they're working across. Go back to Thompson. As she swings it over to Barnett. Down low. Spencer was wide open. They missed her. Barnett shot no good. Weatherly bringing it across the timeline. Wide open right there. Fatu Bonet. She cannot connect. And Deja Weatherly swings it out to T. McCarroll. Back over to Bonet. She's going to launch another three. And the bank is open, Coach. The bank is open.
We got a game.
We have a 2-point game right here with Davidson on top.
And you know something, I didn't expect anything less from these two coaches and these two teams. They come to play, and this is a rivalry. This is two good basketball teams.
Down low, Jasmine Bingham.
What do we have? A tied-up ball game.
Yep, she slips up on the floor. I don't believe she's hurt. Gathering herself a bit slowly as she comes down. A turnover. That shot, that pass blocked by Takia Weatherly. Takes it over to the wing, drives in, off the glass, and we are tied at 28.
Ball game Now we're going to see how Davidson reacts to this.
No, I'm sorry. Theodore takes the lead 30-28
right
at the 6-minute mark. And we'll mark that down. Theodore hadn't led since they were up 6-0 to start the ball game. A deep, long three launched by Davidson. Comes up no good. Weatherly on the fast break. Over to Takia Weatherly, and she scores. Coach Ship still sitting down. Hadn't called timeout. He's calm.
And now it looks like the Davidson girls are tired. They're not getting back on defense. The last 3 buckets were layups. They've got to get back on defense.
Count that bucket for Ayanna Johnson, as she is fouled on the play by Fatu Bond.
We're going to see what Davidson is made of right now. Right now, they're going to have to gather themselves and get back into this game and get their facilities back in a positive attitude. But right now, if you watch them, boy, they're sucking wind getting up and down the court.
Weatherly driving, brings it back out. Does have Bonet wide open. I'm surprised she passed that ball back to Weatherly again, and that is a 3 from way down in Irvington. Takia Weatherly drains that one for the Lady Bobcats.
They're playing very well.
Have a 5-point lead here on top of Davidson. Stolen. Running the floor. Lady Bobcats cannot complete it. And Coach, since the 3rd quarter, we have not called the name of Kelsey Thompson
We
yet.
haven't. She's going to have to get involved. Everything is coming from outside, okay, and they're not going in. They're going to have to do more inside, outside. They're just coming down and jacking the ball. They've got to get some ball movement.
Davidson down 5 right now as Theodore is on fire coming out of halftime. I wonder what Coach McClure said to the young ladies as they throw that one across the court. Right at the top of the key, Weatherly drives in off the glass. It does not drop.
You know, Terry told me, Coach McClure told me before the game started that he thought that Davidson doesn't do a very good job of guarding the free throw line, and he's definitely getting the ball at the free throw line right now.
There's Kelsey Thompson. Bounces off the side rim. Shot no good.
Wide open.
Wide open. Fatu Bonnie's shot is no good off the glass. As we are under the halfway point of the 3rd quarter. On the top of the key, that shot no good, but the putback is good by Rashawn Spencer. And I believe we have a timeout called by Theodore here. A full timeout called by Coach Terry McClure. He doesn't want this thing to get out of control. Up 3 points right now, 35-32. So as Theodore calls a full timeout.
Yeah, Theodore's had great effort. They're pushing the ball. Just about every points that they scored except 1-3 has been fast break layups or short shots.
Right.
And right now, Davidson has got to start getting back in transition. You can't give up those kind of shots and win, because I'm telling you, I really think this is going to be a close game. I thought it from the start. You got 2 winning coaches, you got 2 winning teams. They're going to find a way, I think, to keep it close.
And speaking of those coaches, we were talking during the week about some of the things they've done over the years, like summer camps and really getting the interest for girls basketball here in South Alabama.
Great point, Al. These 2 coaches here have been instrumental with a few other coaches to be able to get summer basketball for girls going.
Right.
With leagues and practices and stuff, they have been instrumental. And what does that do? It feeds the high schools and makes the players better for them.
Correct.
Makes their jobs easier to be able to do. But it all starts in the off season. You don't become a player during the season. You become a player in the off season.
There you go. See, that's that coach speak. That's the real, that's that coach knowledge that we need. Coach Arrow, we appreciate you sharing that.
Well,
right now, it is Theodore on top, 35. It looks to be 33 here. We had 35-32 at the break, so they've adjusted the points. 35-33 is the score with Davidson on top.
I don't care if it's boys or girls. High school basketball is the best. We've got to just keep it getting it better and better.
Launching the 3 for the Warriors. No good there. Ball on the floor.
You know,
calling possession.
Al, the biggest difference in scoring in this game is that Theodore is getting easy buckets inside. And it's easier. You get easy buckets, close buckets inside, good things are going to happen. Everything that Davidson is trying to get is outside, and the ball's not going in.
Right.
They're going to have to get some offensive rebounds, some easy buckets, some steals. They got to get their defense propelling their offense, because right now, just bringing it down and throwing it and shooting threes aren't going to get it. I call them the hernia shots. Way out there, they're going to get a hernia shooting.
And there's Coach McClure giving the officials an earful right there as he's being escorted back to the bench. I did not see a technical issue or anything, but Coach Sherry McClure upset with a call of some sort.
Well, some of his girls are starting to get in foul trouble a little bit. And also, hey, he got a little bit of a break there for the girls to rest.
So I do have to correct myself, Coach. I thought I saw 33 here in the gym. It is 35, 32. One of those. I was trying to put up an extra light bulb on the 2. Now Davidson.
Look where they got the shot, inside. Yep. You know, they got to stop just shooting threes. They got to get that ball inside, penetrate, get the ball inside.
Davidson cuts the lead to 1, launches a 3 right there off the glass, but down low for the rebound. Count it for Tashanti Herring. Coach, she got the rebound, cleaned up the glass, and ate the meal at the same time. Wow.
Very well put. Very well put.
I like that, as Herring goes to the line to shoot 1 for continuation.
You know, right now it's like 2 boxers. Right now, the champion in Davidson, 17-0, has been staggered by a good blow to the head, and they're staggered. They've got to come out of that. And right now, the underdogs in this game, because of records and everything, in Theodore, hey, they've got their juices flowing. They're coming right at the
They
champ.
sure do. Down low, getting that board, and cannot complete it. Ayanna Johnson. Oh, foul.
Great effort.
On the play.
Great effort.
Ava DeWolf is fouled. Solid foul by T. McCarroll right there. Going to place DeWolf on the line. She'll be shooting 2 shots. She was added to the team, brought up from JV. Coach Ship told us had 2 young ladies who couldn't make it tonight, so we had to bring 2.
I'll tell you what, I like that. She stuck her nose in
Sure
there.
did.
She didn't care if they were seniors or whoever.
Not
she went
at
and got
all.
the ball. Very
and
nice.
makes the 2 free throws.
Very
we saw
nice.
that was something in the first half. Davidson was only 1 for 5 for free throws, so very important to make those. They cut the lead to 2 as we are under 3 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. Al Wheaton, Coach Ronnie Arrow, and that young lady's with us as well. Takia Weatherly draining it, the 15-footer, as Theodore extends the lead by 4.
Again, what Coach McClure was talking about, getting the ball to the free throw line. He thinks that their play is very weak at the free throw line. That's where she got the shot. I tell you what, Theodore is hustling their tails off.
They really are.
They're everywhere.
Ball was tipped by Rashawn Spencer. It looked like it's going to go back over to Theodore as they try to regain possession, but knocked out by Davidson. Down low once again, Jasmine Bingham. She's fouled. As Davidson holding their hands up like I cannot believe it.
Yeah.
Don't know if that one was on Johnson or Dewoof.
It was on Duluth.
We were blocked by the official.
Yeah, it was on.
Making those free throws quite important. They were 3 for 3 in the first half. The Lady Bobcats, when they went to the line, misses the second there for Bingham.
Kelsey's got to come alive. I mean, she's
You're right, Coach.
She's been on vacation long enough.
I don't think she's made a bucket here in the second half, the 3rd quarter. Turnover on the play. It's Theodore's basketball. Someone checking in for the Lady Bobcats, number 10, Fatu Bane, checks back in. And going out to take a seat to Shanti Herring. As we approach 90 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter, Lady Bobcats up 5.
41-36, and they're working the ball. They're getting good shots. They want to attack that free throw line.
There's a 3 that rims out. And possession remains with Theodore.
Kelsey, just then, I mean, she's like right now, she's trying to get her bearings. She needs to hit 1 or 2 shots if she's going to get back into this game mentally.
And I know you said you've seen her a time or two, so for you to now see her now, you can definitely tell something is off. And that shot is off right there for Takia Weatherly.
Remember the UMS game, she had 18 points in the 4th quarter alone, so she can catch fire in a heartbeat. The bottom line is that she needs to get some, she's got to start playing harder, get some steals, get some rebounds, get into the flow of the game. If the shot's not going, then you got to do something else to get your mind and your body into the game.
There you go. That foul called on Fatu Bane. Loose ball errant as DeWolf goes into the stands, tries to save it, cannot. It's Theodore's basketball.
I tell all the students that come to me, watch high school games, watch college games, and see. You can see right now that Theodore is out playing Davidson.
Oh, they are
mentally and physically.
Definitely in this 3rd quarter, out playing, out hustling. And toward the end of the 2nd quarter, they really got their bearings together and cut into that lead, Coach.
If Davidson keeps playing with this mental attitude here, they're in trouble, big trouble.
They are 17-0 undefeated on the season. The Lady Bobcats 12-5, trying to serve up a loss to Davidson tonight.
They're going to get them to come out of this zone, or try to. There's so many gaps that they could, guys are watching this saying, wow, drive the gap, drive the gap. And that's what guys would be doing, to get into the middle and then pitch. And that's the difference between the guys and the girls basketball.
No look pass right there. Nice pass, and it is completed by Takia Weatherly. She had the Lady Warrior on her hip and just rolled her to the basket.
If anybody wants any out-of-bounds plays, go see Coach McClure at Theodore.
He draws them up well, huh?
He's scoring with the ball underneath the goal, their goal. He's scoring from, that was almost in midcourt.
It sure was.
A 1-pass layup.
Sure
that ain't
was.
bad. That's not bad.
Ball did not even touch the floor. Checking in for the Lady Bobcats, number 23, Livy Pogue. She comes in right here with 40 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. A 7-point lead for Theodore on the number 10 ranked Davidson Lady Warriors. Ball's going to remain for Davidson. Coach McClure trying to get one more player in to Shanti here. Man, we can hear him across the floor here, Coach Aaron.
Coach McClure's got enough enthusiasm for him.
Nice. And no
and
good.
Coachship.
The iron unkind for Ayanna Johnson. Could not get it to drop. Less than 30 seconds remaining here. Down low to Jasmine Bingham. Who's worried about 30 seconds remaining? Bingham is scoring down low for the Lady Bobcats.
I tell you what, Team McCarroll is playing a really, really smart game. She passed that from 2 feet in front of the top of the circle and was able to get the ball inside. What a great read.
Lady Bobcats up 9, their largest lead tonight. They have overcome a 12-point deficit from the first half.
You know, if you look out there, it's like it hadn't dawned on Davidson yet. We're in trouble. The bell better ring here pretty quick. This young lady from the JV is doing a really good job. She's active. The rest,
she is.
Davidson's got too many that aren't active right now, and I'm not trying to be critical of anything, but it is what it is. You got to say it the way that it is. They've got to start getting into this game mentally, or that undefeated season is going to go out the window.
Well, Theodore regained the lead at the 6-minute mark, 30-28. They have not looked back. That shot would count. No good at the bucket. So at the end of 3, Theodore's on top, 45-38. And as you said, Coach, who knows what'll happen in the 4th quarter. Let's see if Kelsey Thompson's going to go off. We'll take a break and come back and bring you the last quarter of Davidson and Theodore for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Our children with special needs deserve a place to play. That is why we are coming together to build the Miracle League of West Mobile Schmidt Family Park. It will include a special needs ball field and playground, regulation baseball and softball fields, and more. We have raised more than $1 million and construction will start soon. But we need your help to complete the project. Visit mcpss.com/Miracle League to donate and to learn more. Any dollar amount will help bring a smile to a child's face. Together, we can make a miracle.
At Mobile County Public Schools, we believe it starts with us. That's why we offer Signature Academies.
I'm Tracy Tran, and I'm in the Healthcare and Dental Academy at Theodore High School. In the Dental Academy, I'm working alongside dental professionals getting hands-on training from those already working in the industry. Shadowing them on the job makes me want to work even harder because now I know what I want to be.
Signature Academies are open to all students in Mobile County Public High Schools. To find out more, visit mcpss.com.
Theodore High School, your PSS High School basketball game of the week. Al Wheaton, Coach Ronnie Arrow here as we start the fourth quarter. And Davidson steals the inbound pass. They're down 7 points, trying to cut into this lead, the largest that Theodore has had.
That thing just not going to go in for them right now. They've got to start doing some little extra things, getting steals, getting out. When that ball missed in, there was not one Davidson girl going to the rebound, offensive rebound to get them out. They're going to have to start getting some cheap buckets.
Trying to feed it down low to Jasmine Bingham. I think it might be slippery down there. That's the second time she has fallen under that basket, Coach Arrow.
Yeah, she got tangled up a little bit there.
All right, let's take note. Kelsey Thompson launches a three. I'm gonna put my little three sign right there. She hit one.
That should really get her going. Look at our girl. That's a foul.
Man, DeRoof is really playing tough tonight and hustling hard.
For the
Lady Warriors.
Yeah, she's really she's everywhere.
Brought some energy.
She needs to give that to some of the other girls.
Look at a replay there.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the ball. And she's asking for the ball right now, standing at three-point line, and they don't get it to her. Turn it over as Theodore is driving. Speaking of driving, Weatherly trying to drive in. She's fouled on the play.
Tell you, even though that they're ahead, if it was me, I think they need to slow. Theodore needs to slow the ball down a little bit right now. They can't get this fast. Come down, look inside. If it's not there, reverse it, go the other way.
Yeah, I don't think they can run that type of game against Davidson. They're more on a half-court kind of game, especially with those down-low buckets they're getting to Bingham. And, they're not shooting too many threes tonight.
They started getting the ball at the top of the circle. They're getting the ball inside more where there's no backside help, and they're not fronting. They're either going to have to front or three-quarter or something, but they're getting the ball too easy inside.
McCarroll looking for some help.
There's Kelsey.
Turnover. They have the numbers. Kelsey Thompson fills the lane, grabs the rebound, and puts it back in. That is 5 points in the fourth quarter.
And that's the first time I've seen Kelsey go to the boards. Now, that should get her even more so. Get the juices flowing, get going.
Weatherly on the move, launches a three, and drains it from way downtown to Kia Weatherly.
I'm not so sure if Coach McClure wanted that shot.
But it
went in, great shot.
Oh, you know how it is, Coach. No, yes.
Good shot.
Good shot. Trying to break the trap there. Weatherly's got to get the ball across the timeline. She does to Herring. Will she go back-to-back threes? Off the glass, nice rebound as Deja Weatherly is fouled on that play. She'll head over to the free throw line to take some shots here. That foul on DeRoof. I have her with 3. I don't know if that's 4 or not, but I know I have her with 3 right now.
If you get them to take quick shots, you can't give up offensive rebounds, and that's exactly what just happened, and they're taking advantage of it, making their free throws. If you get them to get faster and speed up, and they take the long shot, and they miss, you got to get the ball and go.
Weatherly makes the first, misses the second, rebounded.
Look at
it is. Nice rebound by
hustle.
Weatherly, and great shot right there from our cameraman, Bubba, Gary Arnold down low. And a nice dish from Weatherly to Bingham. Coach, that's just how Coach McClure drew it up.
Yeah, just
man.
Penetrate and pitch. and that's what they haven't been doing.
Kelsey Thompson swings it out.
Good.
Davidson throws it, and they throw it away. Turnover on the play. Theodore has some numbers.
And another offensive rebound.
Did not block Bingham out, Coach. Did not block her out, and she put that back up off the glass.
The offensive rebounds right now are really hurting Davidson. They cannot afford to give up. And the thing about it is, they're not even close to getting defensive rebounds. They're shot, and they're not going to the boards. I'm talking about on defense. I'm not talking about on offense.
Take a look at the replay right there. Nice break being run by the Lady
Davidson.
Bobcats.
Watch Davidson.
No block out.
Nobody. They're all inside positioning.
Nice shot from my buddy Charles on the replay out there in the truck. Do appreciate that. Binghamton with another rebound.
Foul on that.
Right. And speaking of foul, there is the foul. Looks like that one's going to go against Jasmine Bingham. Well, no, looks like it's going to be on Weatherly, I believe. They're signaling. But we're going to walk it down to the other end of the floor.
Right now, if I could, and coaching is tough, but right now I'd give Jasmine like a 20-second rest and get her back in, because she is breathing hard.
She
is breathing hard, and
she's working on her right knee. She's kind of.
I'd give her a 30-second and get her back.
DeWolf back on the line.
There she
gets the rebound.
Gets the rebound. I tell you what, I love Jasmine. She's everywhere. You get her the ball, she's going to score in there.
So that is DeWolf's 4th personal foul. I could see the scorekeeper signal over to Coach Charlie Shipp. He's going to pull her out the ball game.
The difference in the scoring right now is offensive rebounds and getting the ball inside. That's the 2 biggest things, and that's why they're ahead 10 points.
Yeah, you're right. That's something Theodore is doing consistently here in the second half. Dribbles right out of the trap and launching that shot. T. McCarroll.
Another inside.
Rebound down low, cannot convert it. Davidson running. Kelsey Thompson with the ball as she fills the lane. Dishes off.
Very good.
And count that basket for Ayanna Johnson as she's fouled on the play.
Look for Kelsey, I think, to get the ball at the top of the circle and become the point guard. She can drive by these and make things happen just like that she did there. She's going to have to take over in one form or fashion. Either get it, penetrate and pitch, get it, penetrate and finish, but the ball is going to have to be in her hand and not to shoot necessarily to make things happen.
Well, she picked up the assist right there and draining the free throw, Ayanna Johnson. That was big to do that. 53-46 is our score. Herring forced that one down low, and Davidson picks it off. Another assist.
Put the ball in Kelsey's hands. Again, Theodore came down and took that pass and tried to get it in. So why? They're ahead. You need to bring it out, let them come to you, and then go inside. Don't force it inside. Let them come out to get you.
It's Theodore basketball, 53-48. And Coach Shipp has got up off of the bench.
That's major for Charlie.
As we reach the halfway point of the last quarter. Bingham cannot make the basket. And Davidson is rebounding right now.
You better get the ball to Kelsey and let her do her thing.
There goes to Kelsey as she passes it over to Barnett. They take the long three, no good. Spencer with the rebound. Nice spin around pass, but Bingham there for the rebound. And out of it comes Deja Weatherly coming from behind. She's going to be fouled right in front of us right there. Rayshawn Spencer picks up the foul. Coach, that's going to send, I believe, Weatherly to the line shooting 2 shots. I'm sorry, 1-and-1 coming up here for Deja Weatherly. Let's see if Theodore can start making these free throws.
Yeah, right now there's some tired young ladies out there right now. They are going to have to, if it's Theodore, they don't need to be pushing the ball. They need to let them come out. You got 3 minutes to go, and you're 5 points up.
And Thompson is fouled by Weatherly. She missed that front end of the 1-and-1 and comes back and fouls Kelsey Thompson.
If Davidson is going to have a chance to win this game, the ball offensively is going to have to be in Kelsey's hand. Not necessarily shooting, but making plays.
And she misses the front end of her 1-and-1. Kelsey Thompson does. Theodore comes down with the rebound, looking for help. They get it across the timeline. And boy, she is trapped. Deja Weatherly does escape.
Well, it looks like
a long three launched by Takia Weatherly. I'm with you, Coach. I can't necessarily say that's needed right now.
Nice.
That's what's needed right there. Down low to Jasmine Bingham.
And what happened, they pulled out Davidson's team where they could penetrate and drop off. That's where they're getting their points right now.
Kelsey Thompson fouled on the play. She's going to go to the line shooting 2. Fouled by Deja Weatherly. I have Weatherly with 1 foul. Thompson missed the front end of the 1-and-1. She was just at the line. She makes the first one right there of 2.
Right now it's going to be critical that if Davidson's going to win this game, they've got to get some stops. The defense will carry the offense. They got to get some stops. They don't get stops, they're going to get beat tonight.
Right now Thompson has hit 7 points in the 4th quarter with 2 assists so far. And that ball is stolen and put in by Rashawn Spencer. We have a Theodore player down on the floor. I think it's T. McCarroll.
They can't afford to lose her. She's been very solid tonight.
She has definitely been running the point. As the trainers are down to take a look at her. Score of 55. They have not counted the points yet here in the gym. Let's take a look at the replay here, Coach. See what happened. There's the steal.
A lot of that,
straight down.
I'm not sure unless.
We'll take a break and come back, bring you more action from the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Each month, more than 90 guns are reported stolen from unlocked vehicles, creating the potential of serious injury or death.
Lock it up.
Many violent acts and crimes are committed with stolen guns.
Lock it up.
According to ATF, stolen guns pose a substantial threat to public safety.
Lock it up.
Be responsible. Take time to record your handgun serial number and secure it from thieves. Lock it up.
Lock it up for me.
We welcome you back to the campus of Theodore High School. Al Wheaton, Ronnie Arrow, statistician China Powell, and Matt Moore. It is Theodore on top, 55-52. They got the lead up, Coach, to 9, but Davidson is cutting the 3 right now as we are less than 3 minutes here remaining in the 4th quarter.
Just like at UMS, who's come alive?
Kelsey Thompson.
Kelsey Thompson.
I have it down for 7 points here in the 4th quarter.
The ball is in her hands making plays.
They swing it over to the top. 5-2 Bonnet launches it. It is off. Rebound by Rashawn Spencer, pushing it forward. Who do they give it to? Kelsey Thompson launches a 3. It is off the rim. Nice rebound by Bingham right there. 2:30 remaining in the ball game.
Right now, they just need to bring the ball out and let them come get them. They keep penetrating for no reason.
Weatherly driving right now. I'm with you, Coach.
Never know.
That's a head scratcher.
Never know.
Up 3. Who has the ball? Kelsey Thompson. She is fouled on the play as she drives in and takes the foul right there.
During that last time out, Coach Shep told him, Kelsey, get the ball. You've got to penetrate. You've got to make things happen. If you're open, fine, but you got to make them come to you and find the open person, and that's what's happening. She's getting fouled. She's getting movement into the offense before. Nobody was penetrating into the middle. She's getting into the middle. That's where you make things happen.
Speaking of Coach Ship, he has called timeout, a full timeout here for Davidson as they want to discuss things down 3 points with 2:12 left. We talked about what Kelsey Thompson has done here in the 4th quarter. She has 7 points, 2 assists right now. And on free throws, she is 2 of 3 so far. She missed the front end of a 1-and-1. earlier in the fourth quarter. But right now, I'm sure they're looking to her to kind of take charge for them and take this game over for the Lady Warriors.
If they would have continued the way they were going, the score wouldn't be this. They would be much further ahead than what they have been. The bottom line is the ball has got to be in this young lady's hands. Make plays happen, or they're going to get beat. If she gets it under control, good things are going to happen.
2:12 remaining here in the last quarter. Coming up next, the boys will be in action. It'll be Davidson versus Theodore, but we'll take a little break and come back and bring you that ball game as they get warmed up between the two games. At the line, Kelsey Thompson shooting and makes the front end.
It's going to get real interesting now.
It is. It is really getting interesting here. Misses the second one. And we have a 2-point ball game. Turnover on the plate. Back. Theodore has led this ball game since the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. And Davidson can come back and tie or take the lead with a bucket right here as we are under 2 minutes as they swing it over to Royshawn Spencer. Get it back to Barnett.
Look inside, she's open.
Haven't talked about Barnett too much here in the second half, Coach. And they swing it over to Thompson. Look at her moving, dribbling, puts up the shot. It's coming off. And they didn't block out. She gets her own rebound. They get it over to Spencer. She launches it. It is off the back of the iron. And the rebound secured by Takia Weatherly. The officials call for a tie-up on possession down on the floor.
I don't know about that call.
I thought it was a foul, Coach. I thought it was a foul, but it is not.
She was holding on to her arm for dear life.
And the magical possession arrow drops in all of a sudden, and now it appears to be Theodore's basketball. And Coach McClure is kind of not losing it, but expressing something in a manner that I haven't quite seen in a while, Coach.
Coach McClure is like that. He has passion for these girls. He has passion for this game.
Stephen Newhouse goes over to the scorer's table to try to sort it out. Whose ball is it? And I can say from our vantage point, Coach, I only seem to see the possession arrow light up at certain times of the ball game. So it says Theodore right now, and it is going to be Theodore's basketball.
The last 2 minutes, go over to the monitor and check it.
What's that called? Home field advantage? Home court advantage right here.
Home court.
They're trapping Theodore. Across the timeline goes Deja Weatherly.
Very smart. Very
Dribbles
smart.
it back
Good
out.
for her.
Very smart. Weatherly gets cornered, but she works out of it, forces the shot. It is Davidson's basketball. That was a bit forced right there. Coach Ship going to check in.
Great
Ava
block.
DeWoot.
Great block by Johnson. Great block by Johnson. It's getting now big plays. Good players make big plays when it's down. Ball's in the right person's hands.
As we approach 1 minute left in the contest, Davidson down 2 points. Let's see if they double Thompson or not. That ball almost lost. Barnett dribbles it off of a thigh. Turnover and back to Davidson. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants it, Coach. But Kelsey Thompson, as she drives in, spins, shoots, and scores.
And that very easily could have been and one.
And we are tied. That could have been a foul. You're right, Coach. Yeah. We are tied at 55. That ball is going to remain on this end of the floor. 38 seconds left. I don't see Coach McClure calling for a timeout, but he's right next to an official. I don't know if he wants to set up something, but he's going to let him play. And there it is. He wants the timeout. He's a real smart guy.
I'm going to tell you something. When there's a game after a game and it's overtime, that's bad officiating. That's bad officiating. Okay? You can't
understand where you're going.
You can't have an overtime when there's another game. I'm not saying who to win or anything like that. That's bad officiating.
I do understand. 38 seconds. We are tied. Theodore took control of this ball game at 6 minutes left in the third quarter when they regained the lead 30-28. The last time they had the lead, it was 6-0 in the first quarter, and Davidson is now clawed back into it and tied it up, Coach Arrow.
One of the worst things that Theodore has been doing the last 4 or 5 minutes, they were getting the ball inside. That stopped. They're starting to take outside shots. They're not going. They stopped getting the offensive rebounds. Everything now is a positive for Davidson.
Those quick shots. Now, Theodore picked up the last possession. Right now the possession arrow says it's favoring Theodore. We shall see if we have any type of tie up on the floor. Coach McClure has called his play.
For the last shot.
Let's see if they're going to try to work to Bingham down low. Weatherly has it. We're approaching 30 seconds. She dribbles. You can hear Coach McClure shouting out the instructions.
The ball's going to go inside. You watch. They're pulling them out. Watch the ball go for a lob. I'll be astonished if it doesn't.
Weatherly swings it back over to Deja Weatherly. Back to Takia Weatherly. Approaching 10 seconds. The rubber's going to meet the road right here, Coach. 10-9. I think they may be playing for the overtime.
Don't foul.
The shot goes up. It would count, and we are going to overtime here for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week, as Coach McClure cannot believe the shot would not drop.
I'm astonished, Al, that the most positive thing that Theodore did all night was get the ball inside. I'm astonished that they didn't call a play at the end to get everybody up and away with no backside help and lob at them.
Of course, we saw that a lot during the third quarter as Coach McClure would draw up those inbound plays under the goal or to the side. So we're going to take a break and come back and bring you some overtime action here for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
If you're looking for fun, fashionable, and affordable jewelry, it's here. It's Paparazzi. We have a variety of colors and styles of bracelets, rings, necklaces, and earrings for all occasions and for every event. New styles are added daily, which means you are always up to date with the latest fashion. For that genuine bling, join me, Charmaine Watson, the real jewelry lady, on Facebook Live Sunday through Thursday at 7 p.m. It's cute, it's fun, it's fashion, it's $5, it's Paparazzi.
We welcome you back to the gym of Theodore Bobcats. For Coach, we're going to have some free basketball now. It is overtime here.
Do we get paid time and a half?
You know what? I don't know if we're getting time and a half. You know, school starts back tomorrow. But today was teacher work day. So
okay.
I got to talk to our executive producer about that. So we'll get our second tip-off for the girls tonight here, as we're notched up 55-55 in overtime. And let's see who's going to come alive in overtime. There's too quick right there from Ayanna Johnson as she drops in two. And Davidson regains the lead. Last time they had the lead was early in the third quarter. Down low to Jasmine Bingham. And we are tied back at 57. And Coach, some folks are starting to come in and enjoy this ball game tonight.
Coach Ship didn't like that. He jumped up when they got that ball so far inside. I'm not so sure if they need to be pressuring that far out.
A three from way downtown, no good. Kelsey Thompson tried to save it, but it went to Theodore, and I believe Theodore has thrown. No, it is going to remain with Theodore. I thought they threw it away.
What's good to see, though, is Kelsey hustling. She's going after the ball, but she's got to get the ball at the top of the circle and work her magic. This is going to be real interesting to see if a 17-0 team comes back to life and knows how to win.
You're right about that. Ball's going to remain.
One thing about it, doesn't matter what they did in 2021. It's 2022.
It's a new year, Coach. You're right about that. And in our second telecast ever of basketball, we have our first overtime, and we have our first foul of overtime right here. Every foul, every point is crucial here, as we are notched up at 57 apiece.
Free throws are going to be very important.
Deja Weatherly, last time she was at the line, she was 1 for 2. She makes the first right there. That's huge. She picks up a point.
They're only shooting 60% from the free throw line as a team. So these are really important.
Deja Weatherly averages 6.1 points per game, but a point never more crucial than making that one right there. And she goes 2 for 2 from the line. Theodore on top by 2. Look at Kelsey Thompson weaving her way inside the paint. They steal the ball. Deja Weatherly, they give it right back. It squirts away, and down low is Kelsey Thompson laying it off the glass.
That's pure hustle. Those 3 girls deserve that bucket. They really, really were hustling.
Effortless right there for Kelsey Thompson.
See, they don't need all of that and then come down with an advantage on offense down here. You don't want to get beat 94 feet from the hole. Let them come to you. Don't play like you're behind.
I thought a travel would have been called there, but was not. They get it down low to Jasmine Bingham. Kelsey Thompson saying she traveled, but no, they are calling a foul. I believe that may be on Thompson. That's going to send Jasmine Bingham to the line. She's already made 1 bucket off the glass.
That's one tired young lady.
And that's 5 fouls. Let's see who has fouled out. Is it not Thompson? That may be Ayanna Johnson, as they call for her to go to the bench. So Johnson is fouled out.
She had a very solid game.
2 shots coming up here for Jasmine Bingham. Misses the first.
That's what happens when you're a little tired. You're in overtime right now. But Davidson can't be just pressuring. They're playing like they're behind. They need to let them come to them. They're getting the ball inside again. Let them start jacking those threes again.
Makes the second. The spin move by Kelsey Thompson, and off the iron it goes, down low, Ava Diouf, and she gets that one in, Coach.
Hey, she may not be on the JV anymore.
You're right. I think she may be moved on up to varsity. 1 point lead for Davidson. Theodore grabs the loose ball. They work it over to Takia Weatherly. She launches a 3.
That's what they want.
They try to save it. Cannot be saved as Tashanti Herring was on the line.
In my opinion, Davidson has done a really good job putting pressure on. They need to stay back now. They just missed the gymnasium on a 3. That's what, don't let them get the ball inside. If they're going to do that, let them shoot it with pressure on them and then get the rebound.
Work it down to Diouf, and I believe they throw it away. It's going to be Theodore's basketball. At the end of the contest, we'll try to get on the winning coach and talk to them about tonight's ball game. A great game played by both teams here. Davidson 17-0, Theodore 12-5, trying to give Theodore their first loss as we are under 90 seconds. Davidson on top by 1. That ball's going to remain in possession of the Lady Warriors.
There's some young ladies that are going to sleep good tonight. They are tired out there.
They're definitely leaving it out on the court tonight. Down low to Kelsey Thompson. She hanging out right there. Shoots it. Almost had her own rebound. Still playing defense, and they steal it back to Thompson as she is fouled on the play. Deja Weatherly cannot believe it. Like, where did she come from?
She did.
And Thompson, just as smooth as she can be, walks up to the line slowly to get ready to shoot these 2 free throws. Misses the front end of her 2 shots.
She missed, she stepped back, she got her composure,
reassessed.
goes back up.
Calm down. Big one right here. That one had no legs on the coach, barely touched the rim. Ball just stolen by Deja Weatherly. She's called for double dribbling. She can't get her progress going forward, and it's back over to the Lady Warriors.
It's everybody, if it's all throttle. Go,
Yeah,
go,
yeah.
go. They don't have to go. You got plenty of time, both bunches.
As we approach 1 minute remaining here in overtime, Davidson still up 1. Dove down low, begging for the basketball under the paint. She's
Kelsey,
unguarded.
you better go get the ball, Kelsey.
And Coach Charlie Ship Davidson calls timeout. I believe he wants a full one right here, so Coach Ship is going to call timeout. Up 1 point, 61-60. And Coach Ship, you know, he's been coaching a while. We talked about his record, 512 and 162 at Davidson for a 760 winning percentage. I asked him on his questionnaire, what led to become a basketball coach? And he wrote down simply, the athletic director asked me to coach until they could find someone. I guess they didn't find anybody else after him, Coach.
He's played for the state championship twice. He's been to the Final Four 5 times.
Yeah.
My man has got plenty of experience.
Definitely has the experience in doing his thing. Well recognized here in the lower Alabama area. Currently 17-0. Last year's team went 15-12, so marketed improvement here for the Lady Warriors as they have South Alabama signee Kelsey Thompson right now, as she has scored 2 points in overtime for them. But in the fourth quarter, she put up 10 points with 2 assists, kind of basically took that ball game over for the Lady Warriors.
She got active. Let's see what she's going to do now.
And look there, the rock is in her hand right now.
The cream comes to the top.
There it is. They're trying to set the screen up. She dribbles in, dribbles out off the screen. They're going to give to the most athletic player. She dishes down, try to get the assist. Are they going to call? They call possession, and let's see. We're going back this way again, Coach. So it is Theodore's ball on the possession arrow.
I will say this about the officials. They've been consistent tonight. I thought that could have been a foul down there a couple times down here inside. I thought that could have, but they've been consistent.
So we have a full timeout called by Theodore right now. I believe that may be their last timeout. 38 seconds left. So let's see what Coach McClure is going to draw up here, Coach, because he didn't do it but right before regulation ended. We were surprised he didn't really draw a play up too well. They kind of dribbled. I thought they were trying to drain the clock out and took a shot.
Well,
bounced off.
I hope they're not going to go out and press. I hope that they're going to be solid in there and not let them get the ball. Charlie, Coach McClure, on the other hand, is probably saying, I want you to keep it out wide, then I want to penetrate and feed inside. We're going to see which group of girls does what the coach wants.
Theodore is going to have to take this full court. I thought they would have tried to dribble up, advance a little bit, then get the timeout, but they're going to take it full court right here. 38 seconds. Let's see what Theodore has drawn up. Davidson not really pressuring.
They're going to come get him.
Deja Weatherly dribbling.
Got Kelsey on the ball.
Had her on the hip. Somebody's going to be open as they're double teaming. Takia Weatherly, look for the open young lady. The 15-footer. It drops in for Deja Weatherly. 15 seconds remain. Theodore on top, 62-61, as they scramble on the floor. Kelsey Thompson, you got to watch her, the South Alabama signee. And her shot is blocked. The clock's still running. And we have a foul on the play. We're going to walk down to the other end, I believe. There's Stephen Newhouse signaling the foul. 2 shots coming up for Theodore.
With 5 seconds to go, they're going to have to hope that they don't make it. They're going to have to push the ball. They're not going to have time to dribble. They're going to have to pass the ball and get it down.
5 seconds remaining. To Shanti Herring at the line. Theodore up 1, a critical free throw right here. The first one is important. Misses it. Davidson has 1 timeout. Let's see if Coach Charlie Ship is going to call it. He's going to put in a sub right now. First time calling number 44, Mackenzie Brackett, as she makes it into the ball game.
Well, they better be boxing out. Kelsey's got to come up with this and go the length of the court, or they better get it to her.
Theodore up 1. They're telling Coach Ship you have 1 timeout remaining. I'm wondering if he's calling. If they miss, he'll call for the quick timeout. You can look at the chess match going on between Coach McClure and Coach Ship right there, trying to say, well, I want to check one in too. The second one, no good. The rebound brought down by Kelsey Thompson. She's driving the floor, Coach. This could be it. The shot does not count. No bucket. No bucket as Theodore gets the upset win.
What a great upset.
62-61. We'll try to talk to Coach McClure. Wow, what a ball game today that we have had. If we can try to get Coach McClure over here.
He saw.
We could try to get him on. Man, what a contest.
What a way to start the new year, Al.
I am serious. What a great way. Kind of hold those headphones right there for Coach McClure to come by. What a ball game, 62-61. We went into overtime. And you're right, Coach Arrow. What
Happy New Year, Coach.
To start the new year. Coach McClure is going to join us on the headset. Coach, in the third quarter at 6 minutes, you regained the lead 30-28. Didn't give it up until the end. We get halftime. Man, is my heart racing or your heart racing? What's really going on?
Well, you know, I'm mad because we didn't win the Sun Gun in regulation. I'll be honest with you.
I got you.
I thought, you know, we rebounded the ball with 38 seconds to go to the game. Our point guard had it. So what's she going to do? Well, we got the ball in the lead. What are you going to do? Well, we turn it over. So then, you know, we got it back, and Davidson didn't play very well. They threw it away. I guess they put their drawers on one leg at a time just like we do. You know, they threw it away, and we went to the lane, but, you know, we haven't went to that all year.
Okay.
And I wanted her to attack the basket and throw the lob to Jasmine. But
before the game, you told me that one of the things that you thought that they did a poor job of is guarding the free throw line.
Yeah.
I thought y'all did a great job of doing the game plan and getting the ball to the free throw line. And they would come out, then you were dropping it off to the post.
Well, yeah, but again, you know, Ryan.
I'm complimenting you, Coach. Relax.
I know, but, you know, you're right. And we tried to get there. They just put so much pressure on our little sophomores. Just can't take that. And we got unbelievably tired tonight. I mean, I thought they did too.
Yeah.
But I took 14 out one time. And I said, baby, I don't know how long you can stand over here.
Two things. You got a very good sophomore coming up.
Yes, we do.
You get her the ball, she's going to be able to score.
Right.
Yes.
And at the start of the second half, I don't know what you told them, but when they came out, when y'all came out, I thought that right there, y'all started scoring, getting the ball inside, did a very good job.
What did Jasmine end up with? And I would think 28-30, something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, we definitely appreciate it. How big of a win is this for you right now? Area win, starting the year off, giving them their first defeat, 17-1 now. How big of a win is this for you?
You know, it's a big win until tomorrow.
Will you talk to Charlie tonight or wait till tomorrow?
Well, you know,
I know y'all best of friends.
But I give Charlie credit. When I lose it closer to him, I can't talk. But now Charlie, he'll
It was fun to see the two contrasting ways. One sitting pretty regular.
And the other one just up and down like a ball man.
Well, Coach, we do appreciate it. Congratulations.
Happy New Year.
We're going to take a look at the stats, the final stats. We're going to get those up. And, Coach Era, this tells the story right here as you look at it. 22 for 40 from the field for Theodore. And look at the threes right there. Only 3 made by Theodore. Free throws come out even, and Theodore wins the rebound battle by 2, and they win the game by 1.
Yeah, the biggest thing was that they were getting the ball inside. That's a percentage shot. So congratulations, great upset. And you know what? They got Davidson got beat. Hopefully that'll be something to get them ready for the rest of the new year.
All right, we're going to get ready for our second ball game tonight. The men are headed your way up next. It'll be Davidson versus Theodore. Don't move. We'll be back in about 6 minutes. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
At Mobile County Public Schools, we believe it starts with us. That's why we offer Signature Academies.
I'm Tracy Tran, and I'm in the Healthcare and Dental Academy at Theodore High School. In the Dental Academy, I'm working alongside dental professionals getting hands-on training from those already working in the industry. Shadowing them on the job makes me want to work even harder because now I know what I want to be.
Signature Academies are open to all students in Mobile County Public High Schools. To find out more, visit mcpss.com.
This is a program for any middle school student who's actually behind. This opportunity offers kids a chance to do 2 grades in 1 year.
If it wasn't for Star Academy, I would still be in 8th grade and probably still struggling.
We are one-on-one. We have small classrooms, and we're able to give students that personal touch, that personal attention.
I know I'm coming to see good teachers, good attitude, and also they're here to teach us what we need to learn.
Pre-K in the Mobile County Public School System started in 1988. So Just 4 started with maybe around 10 or 12 classrooms for 4-year-olds. But then we realized that there was a need throughout Mobile County. And not everyone had the ability to drive into Just 4. But trust me, people were trying to get to Pre-K. It was a great program.
Just 4 is one of the only, because I think there may be two other centers that service only 4-year-olds. And the uniqueness of that is that we have the opportunity to focus solely on the social, emotional, and educational development of 4-year-olds. These things are so critical so that we can have them prepared for when they leave here and go on to kindergarten at various schools. We service kids from all over Mobile County Public Schools districts, so we're not zoned for any particular area, so we have the opportunity to deal with children from multiple districts within the county. We actually have 16 regular education classrooms, as well as 2 special education blended classrooms. And those classrooms the blended classrooms work to support our special education students, as well as provide the opportunity for our peer mentors or peer models to come in and serve as role models.
It's a crucial benefit for our kids. Most of our children have attended some type of daycare, but most of them have not attended a really structured type of setting, been in a classroom. So for our babies, it just gives them a leg up because they have a whole year of experiences in pre-K before they start kindergarten. You can tell the difference between our children who have had that year of experience in a pre-K program and those who have not. So you get to the kindergarten setting and you have typically either 3 different groups of children. You have children who've never been to school at all, not to daycare, not to school. Then you have the children who have been to daycare and then to pre-K, and then you have our babies who've been to pre-K and then entering kindergarten. And there's a huge difference in those children. Those babies who have that pre-K experience, again, it's such a structured play is what it is. You know, they think that everything they do in that classroom is fun and is play, but it's very thought out, very well planned. And those kids with that experience, you know, they've had time with computers, they've had time learning how to line up. They're just a whole year ahead of their peers who don't have that experience. So huge benefits for our children.
Having a free program of this caliber for your child to attend, I mean, why wouldn't you want to be a part of it? It's outstanding. All of the educators have early childhood teaching certificates. All of the auxiliary teachers in the classroom have early childhood background. Everybody attends professional development. We have 2 adults to 18 children. It's a phenomenal program.
The partnership is necessary because we've got to all work together. Whether you are a standalone facility, whether you are Head Start, Mobile County Public School System, that partnership is essential to our children, and that's what this is all about. It's about our children. It's about them having quality programs, because when they do well in pre-K, we know the data, we know what the studies show, that those students are more likely to graduate and graduate on time. And those students are also going to be more adjusted and ready to serve, ready to lead, and ready to learn.
What's the matter, baby? You're not feeling good?
School-aged children are at a higher risk of getting and spreading germs and viruses. To help protect the spread, students are encouraged to stay home when sick. Parents, it's important for your child to remain at home at least 24 hours after they no longer have a fever of 100 degrees or higher without the use of medications. Please help us maintain a healthy learning environment.
If you look at the numbers, Mobile County Public Schools is making great strides. With more than 53,000 students, 7,000 employees, and 90 schools, we are consistently increasing our four-year graduation rate and our first-class pre-K program. We continue to strive for national recognition and continue to prepare our students for the global workforce. And we do all of this with one goal in mind, to equip and empower college and career-ready graduates. Mobile County Public Schools. We're learning today, leading tomorrow.
Our children with special needs deserve a place to play. That is why we are coming together to build the Miracle League of West Mobile Schmidt Family Park. It will include a special needs ball field and playground, regulation baseball and softball fields, and more. We have raised more than $1 million and construction will start soon, but we need your help to complete the project. Visit mcpss.com/Miracle League to donate and to learn more. Any dollar amount will help bring a smile to a child's face. Together, we can make a miracle.
We are still live inside of the Bobcats den. As you just saw, the overtime victory by the Lady Bobcats. They exact revenge and get a win tonight over the Davidson Lady Warriors. But up next, it's time for the men to play. And the Davidson Warriors coming at 3-15, trying to get their season together. And Theodore Bobcats at 10-7, they want to continue the winning progress of their season as well. It is time for game 2 here inside of the Bobcats den. I'm Al Wheaton, joined by Coach Ronnie Arrow. Coach Arrow, it's time for the boys to play now.
It's time for, but before I want to have a shout out to Coach Roebling that's home tonight. He's not going to be here, and Coach Beach is going to take his place. But a shout out to Phillip. He's home. He had a blood clot in his leg, and there's not a more dedicated coach in this area than Coach. And I feel bad for him, but he feels good about Coach Beach being able to handle things.
Yeah, he was excited about being on TV. I saw him a couple times last week at the Gulf Coast Holiday Classic.
I bet he didn't sleep last night.
So he was excited about being on TV. And speaking of TV, there it is right now. It is time for our tip-off as we are getting ready for the action here with the boys on the floor. A very good contest headed your way. Another 7A Area 1 matchup with Davidson and Theodore. We're going to get into all the details in a matter of moments as the tip-off goes right there to Theodore with the possession. Trey Glover brings it back to the top.
Trey Glover, there's not a quicker point guard in this town. He can really go, and he can score too. Don't worry about his size. He can score.
As they go down low to Delon Smith, a football player who comes over and plays basketball, as he is fouled on the play. Count the basket for Smith. And Davidson with a quick foul as we start off the ball game. I believe that one's on Derek Butler, I believe, who picked up that quick foul. Smith misses the free throw, and putting it back in, E.J. Simmons, the 5'8" junior guard for Theodore. Had a chance to see both of these teams in the Gulf Coast Holiday Classic last week, Coach, and they were both athletic and both trying to show their best effort. Both ended up in the consolation bracket. but it was good to see them represented last week up at the University of Mobile.
Yeah, and what a great tournament. Coach Robinson did a great job of putting that tournament on.
Sure did.
That tournament and the UMS tournament, boys and girls, I went to both of them, and the enthusiasm for basketball in the city now is getting better and better because of tournaments like this.
Yeah, you were racking up the miles on the car, Coach. I see you at 1 in the morning, and you say, all right, now I'm headed over to UMS right to go. And then you come back later on.
I've got quite a few students that I like to go see and see what they've learned and what we need to still be working on.
Basket does not count right there for Theodore.
Both of these groups like to play pressure man-to-man. I know Philip at Theodore loves man-to-man pressure. He's very good with it, and their kids are going to play hard.
Have a foul committed on the play right there by the Bobcats.
There's no doubt in Philip's mind that Coach Beach can handle this game tonight. He's been with them for 5 years and played for Philip at Theodore while he was going to high school.
Derek Butler at the line shooting 2. Another one of the football players who plays basketball. He had a great, outstanding football season for the Warriors this past year. Sophomore, 5'10", plays guard. Misses both of those free throws right there. And Theodore takes over on top 4-0 here.
You know, Coach Diaz team's record is not good, 3-14, but the bottom, they've been in a lot of games, and then at the end they just weren't able to score.
Yeah, that's been the story of their season so far. Trey Glover trying to get it off of the glass, cannot. Davidson pushing it up.
Between Simmons and between Glover, those two you won't find. That's a lot of quickness out there on the court, where Trey Glover, he's more of a scorer. He can score, whereas with Simmons, he's a passer. When he drives, you better have your hands up or he'll put Spalding or whatever name of the ball is on your forehead.
Abrion Clemens at the line shooting for Davidson, averages 12 points per game. The 6'1" senior guard misses the first. Davidson trying to get their first points of the contest and makes the second with the Warriors on the board now, down 3, 4-1 to Theodore.
Got some token pressure. Go 1-3-1 full court press.
Down low, Landon Turner in the paint. That 3 put up. No good, hits nothing but air, so it's a turnover to Davidson. They're trying to get on the move here as we start off this contest. Had overtime in our first ball game, so some free basketballs have been given to you here on the MCPSS TV network.
You know, it's just like I used to tell my players. If you think you have an open shot and miss the gymnasium and it doesn't hit anything, I don't think either they wanted you to take that shot or it was a bad shot.
One of the two there.
I tell you what, that ball that they use this year is so lively. And I've talked to players and I've talked to coaches, and I haven't found any that really like the ball. It's like playing with a beach ball.
Interesting. We're going to monitor that here the rest of this contest. As Davis is working that ball over, Brandon Kyles with it. Swings it back to Landon Turner. Davidson doesn't shoot very many threes during the contest.
Nice drive.
About 2 a game is what they average. Theodore on the run, laying it in
speed
off the glass.
There's that speed.
Ray Glover. And Coach Jose Diaz, it's called a timeout. Davidson with the early timeout, 4:58 here remaining in the contest. This is a 30-second timeout being called by Davidson right here. So, Coach, as we take a look at this game just getting started, Theodore on top 6-1. I know Coach Diaz does not want this game to get out of control.
No, not early. And the thing is, he doesn't have a lot of scores to begin with.
Right.
And Theodore, with Coach Roebling and now Coach B, they are used to pressure. You're going to get pressure. If you pick the ball, they're going to jump out and not trap you, but they're going to put a whole lot of pressure on you. So if you see any traps tonight, Theodore guards that as good as anybody in this town.
Yeah, Davidson averaging 45.6 points per game on offense, giving up 54.2 on defense. You're right about that. I really couldn't find a definitive score for them last week when I was doing the PA at a few of the games last week at the Gulf Coast Holiday Classic. Like I said, they don't shoot it outside very much, but I couldn't really say who was the scorer. There's 1 3 they're going to put up, and that one is drained by Brandon Cowles. We'll make note of that because they only average about 2 a game from the three-point line.
One of the worst things that you can do against a press is try and dribble through it, and that's what they're trying to do right now, and that's not going to work.
We had to make sure E.J. Simmons didn't run through our table right there, but great work by statistician Coach China Powell as she put up the no to Dikembe Mutombo.
Did you see those quick hands by China?
Yes. Huh? I was observing that during that first ball game.
Don't mess up that ring now by catching that ball or a player now.
So Davidson takes over after the loose ball there. Brandon Cowles, 5'10" junior guard with the rock and dishes it back over to Derek Butler.
Nice ball movement. Cuts to the hole.
Davidson definitely does the ball movement a lot of cuts. Landon Turner, we've seen him shoot one from the outside last week at the Gulf Coast Holiday Classic. There's a long one put up by Abrion Clemens. No good. Pushing it up, E.J. Simmons for the Bobcats as we are under the halfway point here in the first quarter.
One thing that E.J. does, he gets the team into their offense. I know Phillip worked really hard with him over the years to get him to do that. Sometimes he likes to penetrate a little bit too much, but for the most part, he's going to get his team into the offense.
Justin Poe.
Again, you better be ready when he drives.
Justin Poe picked up the foul over the back of Theodore. That shot is off by the Bobcats. Poe with the rebound.
Bobby Pruitt was lucky that he didn't get a foul over the back on that.
Poe trying to go coast to coast, but Landon Turner cleans up the work off the glass with his first bucket of the night. The 5'11" senior forward for the Warriors. Theodore looking a little confused there as Coach Beach called for a quick timeout, so Theodore is going to take their first timeout. Looks like a quick 30-second one. He wants to get things together. Davidson has tied this ball game up 6-6.
Yeah, that was a good timeout that they had a while ago. Coach Diaz did a good job with the timeout, and they paid attention. They came out. They're cutting to the hole. They're getting more movement, and more so they're taking care of the ball. The games that I've seen them play where they've gotten in trouble, turnover after turnover, and then bad shot selection.
Right.
Can't have that's 2 bad things that can happen to a team.
Yeah, unfortunately, that will give you a record of 3-15 on the season here, and pretty much where both of these teams are, they're going to be locked into an area play the remainder of the month here, coming off the holiday and playing those classics and those tournaments over the holidays. So you're going to see some familiar faces in the next couple weeks here for both of these teams.
Coach Diaz was on our team at South Alabama when I was there for 2 years.
Yeah, I heard you had a little bit of something to do with his recruitment coming to the area.
yeah, he did a good job.
Davidson quick moving the ball across the floor. Fouled on the play. It looks like Braden Jenkins will be heading to the line as he is fouled by one of the Warriors. I believe Justin Poe has picked up his second foul. Let's see if Coach Diaz is going to make a move to the bench. Jenkins at the line. He averages 7 points per game since the first one. And Butler is going to go out. I'm sorry, Poe is going to go out. Coming in, number 11, Max Wagner, 6'5" junior center. I didn't get a chance to see him last week at the Gulf Coast Holiday Classic. Tallest guy on the team for the Warriors.
They've got Brandon Jenkins at 5'11". Shoot, I might be 6'2".
Yeah, I have Brandon Jenkins at 5'11" as well. So checking in, Wagner at 6'5". Let's see if he'll make a difference down low for the Warriors.
I think I could post Brandon. I'm not sure.
You probably could.
I think I could post him.
Quick foul picked up right there by Theodore, bringing the ball down the court against Davidson. Didn't see who they committed the foul. Check with our statistician Matt Moore across the way and verify that. Brandon Cowles at the point dribbling right now.
He needs to get off the ball. He's going to get in trouble.
And
like that.
Loose ball kind of slips away, catches one of the spectators by surprise. She was in mid-conversation, Coach.
Yeah, so for the young players, boys or girls that are watching, that right there, just dribbling and dribbling with not getting to the hole and making things happen, does not get you anywhere but bad. Turnovers, 5-second calls. You got to get the ball to the hole.
Theodore swinging that ball over. Traveling called against Jenkins. Turnover on the play. It's going to be the Davidson Warriors basketball, as they are down 2 points here with 2:17 remaining in the first quarter.
You know, they've got, Davidson's got a couple kids on their team that hasn't played varsity ball before, and they've got one that hasn't played since 9th grade.
That is huge right there. As I was talking to my buddy Randy Kennedy on Sports Station, Sports Talk 99.5 today, you know, they have some seniors or some juniors upper class, but they just don't have the experience. They haven't been on the hardwood to do any action.
Coach McClure walking around feeling real good.
Get the win, and a nice layup right there by Derek Butler. Gets the finger roll to drop in, and we are tied again at 8. Working down low. Kirsten Rogers trying to show his running back ability. Cannot muster it in. Jenkins throws it up, and we have a foul. We're going the other way, as Theodore is going to be called for this foul. Kirsten Rogers is going to pick up his first one. Check it in for Davidson, number 2, Jaden Worthy. And for Theodore, number 4, Trey Glover comes into the ball game. And Narvi Pritchett, number 5, checks in at the guard position.
Kirsten Rogers had some of that football come out. He just threw the guy down on the floor.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He said, well, let me go to beasting this guy. First team All-State, very good football player.
Oh, he really is. And shows those hands right there, knocks that one out of bounds. Still going to be Davidson basketball as we're tied at 8. Al Whedon, Coach Ronnie Arrow here inside of the Bobcats Den on the campus of Theodore High School. Statistician China Powell and Matt Moore bringing you basketball action, our first game of 2022. And we had a good one to start off as the Lady Bobcats pulled the upset. The number 10 ranked Davidson.
Nice drive. That time they reversed the ball, got the ball inside. Very good movement.
Davidson with their first lead tonight at under 1 minute remaining here in the first quarter. Pritchard's going to launch a 3, no good. Tipped back in by Kirsten Rogers. Warriors looking to get points. They don't have the number, so they're going to pull it back out. The clock is your friend right now. No need to rush up 2. Swinging it over to Worthy. Down, let it go to Wagner. Get our first look at him, and he throws it in with his 6'5" frame, drops it in for 2.
Tell you what, their spacing is excellent, and then they've got Wagner inside going from block to block with the ball. That was very well executed.
Whoa, look at the athletic ability of Trey Glover making it happen in the paint.
You know,
Theodore.
You know, most of the time, Simmons and Glover don't play together. They come in for one another. They've added some speed tonight with both of them playing at the same time.
And that is the end of the first quarter. We have it at 14-10. Davidson on top. We're going to double check that score and make sure and come back. Before you know it, the second quarter is going to be here for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
This is a program for any middle school student who's actually behind. This opportunity offers kids a chance to do 2 grades in 1 year.
If it wasn't for Star Academy, I would still be in 8th grade and probably still struggling.
We are one-on-one. We have small classrooms, and we're able to give students that personal touch, that personal attention.
I know I'm coming to see good teachers, good attitude, and also they're here to teach us what we need to learn.
Each month, more than 90 guns are reported stolen from unlocked vehicles, creating the potential of serious injury or death.
Lock it up.
Many violent acts and crimes are committed with stolen guns.
Lock it up.
According to ATF, stolen guns pose a substantial threat to public safety.
Lock it up.
Be responsible, Take time to record your handgun serial number and secure it from thieves. Lock it up.
Lock it up for me.
We welcome you back to the campus of Theodore High School. I want you to know that due to MCPSS COVID-19 recommendations and the increase of COVID-19 cases, the Mobile County Public Schools strongly recommending that all students and employees wear masks. Don't forget, school starts back tomorrow, so send the kids, send the teachers to school with those masks. Let's get things masked up, Coach Arrow, because it's very important we try to defeat this pandemic that's going on.
We want to be able to stay in school, and we want to be able to finish the season.
Absolutely.
And we got to do what we've got to do.
And we want the fans in the stands to enjoy all this.
Fans in the stands, there's no question
and
about
nothing
it.
like that. In basketball, you feed off the energy sometime from the crowd. So we want to have the fans in the stand. A foul committed on the play.
You know, getting back to Coach Roebling, too, he had a bout with cancer last year also and fought it and beat it. And now he's come back with this, and everything's good. He got some medicine for his leg and talked to him today, and is doing much better. Backdoor
pass there to Derek Butler as he drives it in for the Warriors. Glad to hear that news right there. Unfortunate we're able not to see him tonight, but Coach Brandon Beach stepping up, been with them 5 years. He's going to do his thing, just like Narvi Pritchett did his thing and dropped in 2 for the Bobcats.
I hope Phillip isn't jumping up and down where he's at, messing with that leg of his. If he was over there on the sideline, he might be doing that.
Well, he has 5 different ways he can watch the broadcast tonight.
That's right. And he said he would.
Good. Well, we appreciate that. Foul on the play down low as Donnell Thompson tries to go in.
That's a great effort. You had one shooting the ball. You had 3 of Theodore's following the shot, and they get the foul. You know, when you hustle, good things happen to you. You got to do more of it.
Looks like Devontae Davenport checked in and picked up his first foul at the line. Donnell Thompson, the 6'2 senior, averages 7 points per game.
And this young man
shooting
plays
2.
This young man plays 3 sports. Plays football, baseball, and track. Basketball, I meant.
Huge. You can see the athleticism right there from Thomas. Didn't get a chance to see him last week in one of the games at the Gulf Coast Holiday Classic. Wearing the brace right there on the left knee. Sinks the second one for the Bobcats.
I think both teams now are getting their feel, getting the holidays out of them a little bit and getting back to the sync to where they were last year. That seems funny saying last year.
It does. But that was last year.
That was last year.
We're doing it in New York. Oh, ball tipped, saved by the Warriors. Swinging it over to Brandon Kiles.
Coach McClure enjoying a nice Coca-Cola and some popcorn.
I got to say now, that popcorn has been smelling good here tonight at Theodore. I might have to go talk to the folks over there in the concession stand. I love me some popcorn, Coach. Ball saved by Theodore as they bring it up the floor. E.J. Simmons pushing it. Narvi Pritchett thought about it. Dished it off over to Braden Jenkins.
Now, if that would have been Glover that just drove beside Simmons, if it had been Glover, he would have shot that ball in there. That's the difference. And one's going to be a passer, one's going to be a shooter.
Goes off the foot of Braden Jenkins. Davidson on top, 16-13, checking in for Theodore. Number 15, Cam Johnson. Also checking in number 2, Lacosi Pines. And for Theodore, Jaden Worthy checking back in.
One of the things about Davidson, too, they had a young man that came to that comes to my classroom to work out by the name of Michael Hudson. And he would have made a major difference for Davidson this year. He hurt his leg. He was out his whole sophomore year.
Wow.
Played last year, came back, and now he had a messed up leg again. So hopefully he's going to get well and maybe join the team later on this year.
Wagner drops another bucket in for the Warriors. They extend the lead to 5, up 18-13. Wagner trying to disrupt Cam Johnson, and does. Gets the block, hustling hard down there, Max Wagner. But it's going to remain on this end of the floor for the Bobcats. Landon Turner checks in for Davidson now. I think the officials are going to huddle up and discuss this one, Coach Arrow. Let's see if it will remain with Theodore or not.
That's never good. I mean, you want to get the call right, but with 3 people out there, they ought to be able to get it right without huddling.
And we do have the same crew from our previous game.
Think they're a little tired?
I don't know. They seem to be in pretty good shape there. And, you know, I guess it's another day at the office for them. You got to do 2. Now, they did have to do the overtime, Coach. So,
very nice
remember
play.
you talked about that double overtime and a double pay and a half. Cam Johnson drops it in. I'm sorry, Donnell Thomas drops it in for
Very
the
nice.
Bobcats.
Very nice high-low from Cam Johnson.
Yep.
They need to do, I think, a better job of looking inside to Max Moore like that.
They tried to go in to Wagner. Ball kicked away.
At least they're looking in there. That's good. You got to reward them, those postmen, when they're down there. You got to reward them when they're open.
Wagner pops out, takes the inbound pass. They have Abrion Clemens down there. He clears it out.
Nice.
Landon Turner cleans it up, cannot clean it up. Bucket does not go in. Warriors all around that loose ball. So they get another chance at it as we are under 5 minutes here in the second quarter. Davidson versus Theodore. Wagner tries to drive, dishes it out. Back to Wagner. He shoots a 3. It is blocked by Cam Johnson. And Davidson still retains the ball, Coach Arrow.
That's 3 possessions, something good. You know, with Theodore giving up 3 possessions, that's not good. I'm glad to see Wagner going outside, can handle the ball outside.
Yeah, with this size 6'5", traveling on the play, something we talked about earlier. Costly turnovers for Davidson, good spacing. They don't have an exact shooter who they can go to like Kelsey Thomas for the girl, Thompson for the girls. But you can't get the points. You're eating up the clock, but you can't get the points.
You've got to be able to get motion, reverse the ball from side to side, penetrate the middle and pitch.
Almost stolen by Davidson right there as they find Pines, and he steps up with the 10-foot jumper and drains it.
Nice movement across from one side of the court to the other side of the court, and steps up and makes a big jumper.
Have an official's timeout right now.
We don't have another overtime?
I don't believe so, but I saw Stephen Newhouse calling for time himself. Speaking of time, Coach, between the contests, I went over to the scores table while I was checking some things out with Matt Moore. I found out there's a malfunction with the possession arrow. So that's why it's always lit up going this particular way. So they are keeping up with it at the table correctly, but it just looks like the ball's always going this way. Oh, a charge called against Davidson.
I thought it was just a home court
Landon Turner. Yeah, that's what you thought it was, yeah.
Yeah, it's pointed to the home court or to the home team all night.
Landon Turner picks up his first foul called on a charge right there. As we are under the halfway point here in the second quarter and first half, Davidson on top, 18-17, come in with a 3-15 record.
Very nice move. He missed it, but very nice. Cam Johnson did a good job of pinning down there. They did a good job of getting it into him. Just got to finish that.
The hook does not work for Johnson.
Good hustle. Theodore's at their best when Simmons has the ball out front. Okay, he can get by people. He makes good decisions. He's not going to force shots.
He dropped that one in, Coach, on the runner. You talked him up, and he heard you.
Yeah. He's got to have the ball in his hands.
E.J. Simmons averaging 6 points per game.
Especially when Glover's not in the game.
Oh. Butler thought he had an easy lay-in, but Cam Johnson said no, and look at there. Who answers? Max Wagner. Kind of a 1-2 punch right there for Davidson. 20-19 on top by a point over Theodore in this 7A Area 1 matchup. Now, Coach, is it just me, or did the crowd kind of clear out after the girls' game there a little bit? It's a little chilly up in here, man.
They did that. I tell you, I've seen Davidson play twice, and they've been in every game that I've seen them. The bottom line is, if it stays like that, can they finish at the end?
Can you finish at the end?
Can you finish and win the game?
Brandon Kyles checks in for Davidson, and for Theodore, number 22, Bobby Pruitt checks back in, the 6'3" sophomore forward. His father, Ettrick Pruitt, played football and basketball here at Theodore, went on and had an NFL career for a couple of years as well. So He's got some good genes as he comes onto the floor.
Tell you what, I like him, Johnson. He's got a big
I
body.
do like Johnson. I enjoyed him last week,
Yeah.
watching him at the tournament. I sure did. Jumper off from Max Wagner. Here is the second three attempted by Davidson. No good from Landon Turner.
Landon's got to start scoring. He can score.
Butler trying to look to get that ball to someone. Everyone runs away from him, so he goes right up the lane trying to go coast to coast. And they're waiting for a call. One official will screen from the play, so it's going to be Theodore's basketball. Butler was begging for, like, give me the ball back, give me the ball back.
Don't be surprised if Glover's not coming in for Simmons here. There we go.
There it is right
Nice
there.
call.
Trey Glover comes in as Simmons takes a break, goes to the bench. Also, Narvi Pritchett checking back out, and Braden Jenkins checking back in for Theodore.
Glover's more of a scorer. He's going to look to score more. He's wanting to score, and he's part of the National Honor Society. Very smart young man.
Down to
Nice
Daylon
pass.
Smith as they
Nice
work
pass.
it inside to outside to inside. Nice slash move by Smith to get to the bucket for the easy lay-in, and Theodore has regained the lead 21-20.
So many times. Coach Diaz is probably saying, here we go again. Can we finish this game?
Ball's dribbled off of Justin Poe's foot. That's going to be a turnover.
That was a good timeout.
I believe Coach Diaz and the Davidson Warriors have called timeout. Let's see if this is a full or if it's 30-second timeout. It is a full one for Davidson.
He just beat a turnover. The timeout beat the turnover.
So that's what it was. Okay, because Poe was looking like, man, what happened?
Yeah, something bad was getting ready to happen.
Theodore on top, 21-20. Al Whedon, Coach Ronnie Arrow here on the campus of Theodore High School, bringing you our second ever MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Great game we had earlier as the Lady Bobcats pulled off the upset in overtime of the 17-0 Davidson Lady Warriors, who are now 17-1.
I personally, again, want to thank NCPSS for the game of the week and the games of the week, for showing the interest in basketball, boys and girls, in this town. With that happening, with the tournament that was out at University of Mobile, UMS's tournament, parents are talking. I get to talk to a lot of the parents of the kids that come to me.
Right.
And one of the things that keeps coming up, we need more publicity. We need more show of our players, our basketball players. And this is a start of that happening.
Well, we're going to try to keep it going for you. I heard a lot of those same comments last week as well. Coach, folks were excited to see basketball on television. Dribbling around, ball over to Derek Butler. He's trying to get his bearings on it. Devontae Davenport hands it over to Max Wagner. Wagner launches a three, only the third one for the Warriors attempted, I believe. There's Trey Glover. You talked about him, Coach. Quick with his feet and the ball.
Cat quick, he can go.
30 seconds here remaining in the first quarter. Coming up at halftime, we're going to try to talk to Coach Brandon Beach of Theodore, the home coach, as we get ready to go to halftime, get him over here to the table and chat with him. Kyle's called for traveling on the play. He cannot believe it, beside himself. Like, I cannot believe it. He just called traveling on me. 13 seconds remaining, Coach Arrow.
Philip be really proud of Coach Beach doing what he's doing, and he's learned well from a good coach from Philip.
On the move, Trey Glover, the iron unkind, as we tick down 2-1, and Theodore on top 21-20 at the half, as we have reached the halfway point. And Davidson, Coach, as you talked about it, not really giving it up per se, trying to hang tough inside of the contest as we try to work to get Coach Beach over here to talk with him. But an interesting first half put up by the Davidson Warriors, would you say?
Well, David, again, they've kept it close in every game that I've seen. Coach, you look relaxed.
Coach Brandon Beach going to join us here. Coach Beach, talk about the first half. Up by one right here, 21-20. What type of things you see happening here in the second half coming up for you?
We got to stop letting them get to the middle of the floor. They're torching us right now, getting to the basket. I'm happy offensively. We don't score very well, so we're being pretty efficient. I'm happy with that, but defensively, we're letting them get to the basket too much, so we got to get better with that in the second half.
Gotcha.
Is Simmons and Glover playing together? Because when I saw y'all play earlier last year, one was coming in for the other. Are y'all going to start trying to do that, add speed?
We're trying to, but it was more of a guys don't show up to holiday practice deal.
Oh.
So
Sorry, I brought that up.
I'm sure you know a lot about that in your years of coaching. But we like them on the floor together, but we also like having both of them on all the time. So it's in like one on the floor, one on the, you know what I mean? So it's hard to take them off the floor, I'll tell you that, because Trey Glover, man, he's special.
Yeah, he really is. One question.
Yeah.
How'd you sleep last night knowing you were going to be the man?
I just don't want to disappoint him, man.
There you go.
I love the man. He's like a father to me, but he's feeling better. I hope he gets well so he can come back and coach, man. I just want to do him solid.
A solid basketball coach, great person. You're right about all aspects of it.
Yes, sir.
We do appreciate it, Coach Beach. Go ahead and be with your team. We appreciate you stopping by. Good luck in the second half. We're going to come back and bring you more action. Halftime is here. You're watching MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
People will always use art for change. I mean, there's just something that's undeniable about the image.
You have to be willing to get dirty.
It was for real as it could get.
You're lost in that moment and something remarkable happens.
There's a beauty to that, you know, it's like this discovery.
My name is Harshini. I'm a junior at Davidson High School, and after graduation, I plan on pursuing a career in dermatology. Currently, I'm taking science classes such as AP Chemistry, Biology, and Human Anatomy, which will help me pursue my career. I feel as though Mobile County is preparing me for my career choice in that they provide rigorous classes that help me think further beyond just what I'm learning. I'm Harshini Cannon, a junior at Davidson High School, and I'm learning today so I can be a leader tomorrow.
What's the matter, baby? You're not feeling good?
School-aged children are at a higher risk of getting and spreading germs and viruses. To help protect the spread, students are encouraged to stay home when sick. Parents, it's important for your child to remain at home at least 24 hours after they no longer have a fever of 100 degrees or higher without the use of medications. Please help us maintain a healthy learning environment.
If you're looking for fun, fashionable, and affordable jewelry, it's here. It's Paparazzi. We have a variety of colors and styles of bracelets, rings, necklaces, and earrings for all occasions and for every event. New styles are added daily, which means you are always up to date with the latest fashion. For that genuine bling, join me, Charmaine Watson, the real jewelry lady, on Facebook Live Sunday through Thursday at 7 p.m. It's cute, it's fun, it's fashion, it's $5, it's Paparazzi.
It's time to be together again.
To make it safe for our grandparents and parents.
To see live music.
To see our teams play in packed stadiums again.
For our kids to go back to school.
Play sports and get back in the classroom. Masks off.
Masks off.
Masks off.
It's time to get back to doing what we love with who we love.
But it's up to you.
But it's up to you.
But it's up to you.
It's time to talk to your doctor about getting vaccinated.
For your family,
your children,
and our community. Together, if we vaccinate,
COVID-19 can't put us back inside again.
This is a program for any middle school student who's actually behind. This opportunity offers kids a chance to do 2 grades in 1 year.
If it wasn't for Star Academy, I would still be in 8th grade and probably still struggling.
We are one-on-one. We have small classrooms, and we're able to give students that personal touch, that personal attention.
I know I'm coming to see good teachers, good attitude, and also they're here to teach us what we need to learn.
Did you want to get the other coach?
We welcome you back to the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Al Whedon, Coach Ronnie Arrow, China Powell, and Matt Moore, our statisticians. Here at halftime is 21-20. Trying to make an effort to get Coach Jose Diaz of Davidson to stop by and chat with us. Let's take a look at the first half statistics. Coach Arrow, you can see field goals almost even right there. Great job by China Powell letting us know. Davidson actually put up 5 threes. I had him with 2. And Theodore is 0 for 3 from the three-point line.
The biggest thing of this is three-point shooting is not a factor in this game.
It is not.
That's why it's a close game. We don't know turnovers and stuff, but this right here tells us the reason why. Everything is pretty equal, but when you're not making threes and when you are making threes and the other team's not, you can tell real quick who's going to be winning.
Davidson on top with the rebound battle as they clean the glass 11-8 over Theodore. But you're right, Coach. It's pretty much an evenly matched up ball game for the most part.
And another thing, Al, is this. What I like to see as a coach, the one thing that you ask of officials is be consistent. I thought all night long, the first game, this game, they're letting them play.
Yeah.
Because if you wanted to, you could call something on every play, which would take all the fun out of watching the game.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have Coach Diaz to stop by. We'll try to talk to him right quick. It's about 1 minute left here before we go into the half. You can just stand up right here, Coach Diaz. Want to talk to you right quick. You're only down 1 point right now, 21-20. What would you say about your first half assessment for your team?
Well, we're not defending very well. We're not defending the basketball very well. We're letting them go wherever they want to go on the flex. And we're not putting no pressure on the ball, so they're able to make those passes into the paint and get easy shots 2 feet away from the basket. You know, we got to clean that up here in the second half and force them to do something else with the basketball.
All right,
to give ourselves a chance.
We got you.
It'll help if we can step into shots and shoot it with confidence.
I've seen you play 2 other games, and y'all have been close in every game. What have you told your team coming back out to start the second half? Hey, guys, we're right here again. We've been here. We got to finish this game.
Yeah, I told them, hey, it's 2 halves. We got to come out and play a complete second half and finish the game, something we've done a poor job of the entire season. Okay. And it starts with defense. If you defend, you're going to give yourself a chance. If you take care of the basketball, you're going to give yourself a chance. And if you execute, you're going to give yourself a chance.
Said
and
very
I told
well.
them that. And if we, you know, we'll reap the rewards from these close games we've lost if we can just do those things I just mentioned.
All right, there's the horn, Coach. We do appreciate you stopping by. Coach Diaz from Davidson is stopping by to talk to us right here for second half action. Third quarter is about to get off. And Coach Arrow, I think he made it pretty plain right there. You know, you've got to take care of the ball. You've got to do the things to play complete and finish. Very important.
I thought that they've done a very good job because they've been pretty much able to contain Glover and Simmons. And when you do that, against Theodore, then you've got a chance to beat them.
Theodore on top, 21-20 right here as we start the second half action. I can't believe it, Coach, but we're in the third quarter already. And we've had an overtime.
Time flies when you're having a good time, my man.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
I know one thing. It's gotten colder in this gym.
I'm telling you, the people kind of got up out of here.
I'm ready for summer.
After the girls' ball game.
I'm ready for summer. Here they go in their motion offense, pass, cut to the hole.
Throwing up the quick 3 right there, Abron Clemens. Theodore coming out. Their first possession here in the third quarter.
Abron has got to be able to score. He's their best scorer. If they contain him and they don't score, Davidson just has a hard time scoring.
That bucket off by Trey Glover. Waits patiently, follows his own shot, cannot get that one to go down.
Nice Euro step,
off the glass,
didn't finish it.
Did not finish. The Euro did not pay off on the fast break opportunity. Lacossi Pines is fouled on the play. So he's going to go to the line.
One of the best offenses, and I know that Theodore's had a hard time scoring this year. one of the best offenses is getting the ball to Glover and go with it and get in front of him, because he's going to push the ball, and you got an excellent chance of having better numbers down at the other end to be able to score.
Pines misses the first one right there. He was fouled by Brandon Kiles. Pines is the 6'3" senior for the Bobcats. Makes the second. We're tied up 22-22. Brandon Kiles brings it across the timeline as he swings it over to Justin Poe. And looking for Clemens down low on the wing there. Landon Turner takes possession of the ball. We talked about that ball movement for the Warriors. Turner kind of forced that one in, Coach Arrow. Couldn't make it on the run right there. Trey Glover.
That's as good an offense as you can get with Theodore.
Gets it off the glass. Man, he's got the bright colored shoes on tonight. Sporting the green was there on the floor.
Is it St. Patrick's Day?
Man, we're close. But I mean, we just started the new year. We're not that close, but looking good on the floor with the kicks right there.
I tell you what, Pines is really, really playing hard inside, defending the post. They're not getting the ball in the post very much. He's really doing a good job of three-quartering on the high side.
Clemens fouled on the play, so he's going to go to the line shooting 2 shots for Davidson. Clemens, a 6'1" senior guard. Kind of makes quick work, misses the first one there.
Have you noticed all the Theodore girls walking around with a big smile on their face after that big win tonight?
They kind of look like Coach McClure with the popcorn in the coat. Kind of walking around smiling. I mean, that's a really, really good win for the Lady Bobcats here. And at home, too, as a matter of fact.
And hopefully it'll do a good job for Davidson and getting their attention that, hey, we got to go to work. Last year was last year. This is a new year.
Glover moves the ball across to Daylon Smith. Kicks it back over to Bobby Pruitt. Glover feeds it back down low to Smith.
Great execution.
Smith thought he was fouled. Yep. There's Clemens looking to hand the ball off to Brandon Kiles, who's going to run the point. As they swing it over to Butler. Finally get the ball back into Clemens' hands. They clear it out for him. He penetrates and dishes. Nice pass to Justin Poe. Well executed play by the Warriors.
One of the things that you teach as far as skill development is getting to the hole. Getting to the hole, getting to the hole. When you get to the hole or you get to the middle lane, good things can happen with pitch outs or finishing in the lane.
Pines called on the charge right there. I thought he was going to dish it over to Bobby Pruitt, who was simply waiting on the other side of the lane to get the easy layup. But that goes against Theodore. They commit the foul turnover.
Coach Beach has learned well. That brought him off the bench.
Yeah, he hopped up quick, didn't he?
Yeah, he had pretty good ups.
Kyle's thought about it, decides to take it in, drive it in, off of the glass, and he makes the shot. We have a timeout on the floor. Full timeout right here. Called by Theodore. So Coach Beach not happy with what he is seeing. Davidson on top 27-24. This is a full timeout called by Theodore here. Al Wheaton, Coach Ronnie Arrow giving you the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week, our second telecast tonight. And coming up later this week, Coach, we're going to take it over to BC Rain. It'll be LaFleur versus Rain. The girls and the boys this Friday night coming up, as a matter of fact.
This Friday night, we're going to have another good night out with the guys and the girls, and we're looking forward to it. Anytime we can get high school basketball in this area on TV,
right,
in people talking about it, it's good for everybody in this town.
Davidson up 3 right now, 27-24. See what type of changes we're going to have. Looks like the same group on the floor for the Bobcats. Haven't seen Max Wagner check in yet, the 6'5" center.
Well, we got Simmons. We got Simmons coming back in, so now
right there we go. Simmons did come back in for Theodore. E.J. Simmons, the 5'8" guard. He's over there on the wing, wide open. They get it to him. He sets up the 3, and it rims off.
Did you see Smith our football player.
Right,
a
I saw
little
it.
forearm shiver there.
Kyles tried to save it. It ended up remaining with Theodore. Nice no-look to Smith. It hits the rim, Coach Arrow. Look at there. And Coach Brandon Beach can't believe it.
They need to watch the girls. That's the same out-of-bounds play that the girls executed, but they scored on it.
Bobby Pruitt, upset with himself, called for the foul on the play. Checking in for Theodore, Braden Jenkins. As they're going to play this one inbounds right here in front of us, right next to China Powell. Watch out now. She may set a good screen, Coach. She can draw up some plays herself, Coach, over there at Scarborough Middle. Oh, loose ball. It's going to go over to Davidson. Sloppily played right there by the Bobcats. Wasted opportunity. Down 3 here as we approach the midway point of the third quarter.
You know, it's such a tough job what Coach Beach is going through right now to come in for the head coach. And the players have got to be able to listen and pay attention and respect the coach that is in there for the head coach.
Right.
And so far, I think they've done a really good job. They just got to pull together.
Foul called on Justin Poe. I believe that may be his third. He's going to check out. He picked up 2 early in the first quarter. And Max Wagner's going to check back in. Also checking back in for Theodore previous to this play, number 12, Kirsten Rogers. So they're kind of bringing the beef back in for the Bobcats. And Cam Johnson on the floor too, Coach Arrow. So we've got the beef and the height for the Bobcats here.
They're trying to set a pick for Glover up high, like right there. Well, now they're going to cut to the hole. They're running. Nice cut, nice
there
pass.
It is. Kirsten Rogers using those good running back hands that he has.
That shuffle cut off the high post worked really well.
Lays it in for Theodore. They cut it to 1. Bouncing it outside off of the side of the rim. Side of the glass. No good. Glover could not get that ball over to Cam Johnson. He wanted to. He takes a hard spill down the floor, but it hops right back up like a sponge.
Clemens he's their best scorer, but he's got to get a better shot than what he took down here. Being 3 points ahead, Davidson is going to learn real quick. Have they learned how to win? Nice drive.
Steal and score for Derek Butler as the Warriors push the lead 29-26, up 3 with 3:32 remaining here in the third quarter. Cam Johnson way outside of his element, looking to go back down low, posting himself up on Wagner. They tried to get it into him, Coach, but they couldn't.
Yeah, it's a good execution. You know, you got to keep going in there. You got to keep going in there.
Davidson coach Jose Diaz with the quick timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. He said, hey, we want to get control of this right quick, as Theodore tried to get the ball down to Cam Johnson and could not do it.
I thought Phillip was over there for a second. Coach Beach was very, very upset.
So a quick timeout call right there by Davidson. Up 3 right now, 29-26. Their record 3-15, and the Bobcats of Theodore are 10-7. This is a 7A Area 1 matchup. So this is crucial to area standings that will come into play as who's going to get into the tournament and who's not going to get into the tournament.
Exactly.
As the season wraps up here.
You know, Cam Johnson was posting in, but there's a way to post, and you can't be trying to hold the defense with your hands and back. They've got to be pinned. You got to use your tail end to pin and have those hands ready to catch the ball.
Donnell Thomas checks in as they pull Kirsten Rogers out for the Bobcats. Brandon Kyles with the ball for Davidson. Worthy thought about it, pulled it back. Davenport swings it back over to Worthy. They go back to Derek Butler.
Very good patience on offense.
As we talked about, patience, ball movement.
Very good patience.
Looking for the high percentage shot. Max Wagner comes out. They swing it out again.
Somebody's going to roll right to the hole in a minute. Let's see if they find him. Little back cut.
Derek Butler off the glass.
That's a good
he's
call.
Fouled.
Yeah, that's a good call. He got undercut. That's a very good call.
I think that one may be on Glover. It could be his third. He is walking straight to the bench like, you might as well go and pull me out, Coach. I believe that may be 3 on him. Going to the line, Derek Butler to shoot 2 shots. Misses the first as E.J. Simmons comes in, and yeah, that is Glover's third. He just sits down on the bench upset with himself, Coach Arrow.
Yeah, you've got certain guys on your team. You're going to get good fouls by hustle.
Right.
You can't get reaching fouls and crazy fouls.
Trent Jose, 6-foot junior forward, checks in for Theodore. Butler makes the second. Lead is 4 right here for Davidson, with E.J. Simmons running the point for them. I'm sorry, running the point for the Bobcats.
There it is. Very good.
Johnson is fouled on the play. Wagner holds his hands up. They're going to catch him for his first foul right there. He commits it down low.
Johnson's got so much beef on Wagner. He needs to go down there and post every second he can. Nice flex cut.
But nice you're right about that. You can see it. They're both 6'5", but he's more beefier. Wagner blocks him out right there from the rebound. And Brandon Cowles bringing it up, pushing it over the timeline.
Get the ball to the middle.
Donnell Thomas can't score. Almost had it, but can't bring it down.
In both games tonight, we've seen somebody's been teaching the Euro step, because we've seen quite a few Euro steps.
It has been featured a lot tonight,
yes.
Coach.
It's a good move. Great move.
Cam Johnson rolling, trying to set himself up. E.J. Simmons dishes it off and laying it in right there. Cam Johnson, easy 2 for the Bobcats.
That looked really, really nice. Cam Johnson comes across with that left hand, and it looks really, really good when he's doing it. Again, get him the ball, get good percentage shots in there.
Butler fakes it. Off the glass, no good. Is on rebound, hustles hard, and gets the points in the paint. Davidson up 4 here.
Okay, now they're starting to go into him and using that size. Got to finish that big fella.
Man, look at Devontae Davenport wipe the glass clean. Davidson swings it over. They take a 3 off the glass. Devontae Davenport got the rebound and gets the 3 off the glass for Davidson. Extends their lead to 7.
They're working the ball, reversing the ball, getting good movement.
Right.
Good things happen.
E.J. Simmons down low.
That's a foul.
Man, he's hustling hard and picks up the foul. I think they're going to call that one on Isaiah Kaiser.
Got to make your free throws.
Kaiser
Execution's
first.
Good.
Another one of those football players who plays basketball. I've called his name before on the gridiron. Shooting 2 at the line, E.J. Simmons. Couple of Bobcats checking in right now. Narvi Pritchard along with Bobby Pruitt, and coming back in the game, Kirsten Rogers.
Now they're having to keep Glover out for a while because of foul trouble.
Yeah, Glover has 3.
Yeah.
So it looks like we won't see him until sometime in the 4th quarter, Coach. You're going to have to bring him back in at some point. Warriors almost lost the possession, and they do right there as the ball goes out of bounds.
Phillip would have been proud of that defense they were just playing.
The hustle, yeah.
Yeah, they really cut off and sealed good.
Over the top to Braden Jenkins.
Another Euro.
And they call possession on, let's see, tying up. Who's going to have it? Coach Diaz saying it's Davidson's ball.
You know, Coach Diaz officiates college ball.
He sure does.
So he's trying to get into a little of this officiating this game, too.
And the lady at the scorer's table, I saw her with the pencil saying, like, this way, this way. And Coach Diaz, no, this way. He's arguing his case, Coach Rare. He really is.
I think he figured it out that he was wrong. He walked away.
He comes up on the losing end. Yeah, they're going to leave with Theodore.
Yeah. Nice play.
Well, you know, the lady with the pencil was right. She's at the scorer's table. Quick foul right there. Max Wagner picks up his second, I believe. Fouls on the floor, no shots. 14 seconds remain. Kirsten Rogers muscling in. They're going to get Wagner for another one. He can't believe it, but we can see it with our own eyes.
Nice spin move.
Rogers just kind of sucked him in, basically.
I think he really thought that they called traveling on him because he was running down to the other end.
Wagner goes out.
Not having Michael Hudson for Davidson's team has really hurt them.
Making a big difference, huh?
Yeah, because he was really set for his senior year, and it just nice spin move.
Yeah, Rogers worked that one. And he's going to work it right here as he gets the bucket right before the half ends, 35-31. Let's see if Davidson can extend. It'll count. And it does at the buzzer. Isaiah Kaiser, the bank wide open. That's the second three off of the glass this quarter, Coach Aaron.
In Alabama, do you have to call backboard?
It depends which neighborhood you're in. 38-31, Davidson on top. We have one more quarter remaining headed your way for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
At any given time, trauma can happen.
And how we deal with it. And how we make peace with it.
Starts with me.
With Project Thrive, I'm taking the pledge.
I pledge to believe and support others experiencing trauma.
Will you join Project Thrive and its team of partners who are working together to address issues of trauma? Take the pledge, take a stand, and let's make Mobile a trauma-informed community.
If you look at the numbers, Mobile County Public Schools is making great strides. With more than 53,000 students, 7,000 employees, and 90 schools, we are consistently increasing our four-year graduation rate and our first-class pre-K program. We continue to strive for national recognition and continue to prepare our students for the global workforce. And we do all of this with one goal in mind, to equip and empower college and career-ready graduates. Mobile County Public Schools. We're learning today, leading tomorrow.
We welcome you back to the campus of Theodore High School for our last quarter of the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Al Whedon, Coach Ronnie Arrow, Davidson on top by 7 as we start the fourth quarter in this 7A Area 1 matchup.
Al, it's fun really doing the games with you, but I hope our fans are enjoying these games as much as we are enjoying bringing to them. It's been fun. And we've got 2 games left that we know of, and it's just going to get bigger and better for next year.
E.J. Simmons commits the foul for Theodore. Derek Butler driving in on Kirsten Rogers. 2 running backs going head-to-head, and Butler wins that challenge right there with the 2 off the glass.
That was a great drive to the middle, strong move.
That's the second consecutive basket off the glass for the Warriors as they ended the third quarter with a 3 by Isaiah Kaiser.
Tell you what, they're got to get the ball inside when they're open. Got to reward those big fellas in there.
Kirsten Rogers down low trying to post up on Justin Poe. Simmons with the basketball goes to the lane. They're going to call him for a charge, Coach.
Yeah, he was a little bit out of control. That's his That's his.
Picked up 2 quick ones right there, and he's going to go sit down and talk to Coach Beach for a while.
Yeah.
Also checking out Narvi Pritchett and checking in Trey Glover.
Trey's got 3. So those 2 quick point guards got a little bit of foul trouble.
Sure did, and a foul called right there.
Theodore's got to start making their move right now.
Bobby Pruitt, that's his 2nd foul.
The secret to the rest of this game, and I've watched Theodore play 2 times now, they've got to get back into this game off of their defense. They can't come down, get anxious, and start bombing threes.
Yeah.
They've got to get some steals. They've got to do some things with quickness, offensive rebounds, get some easy buckets.
And there's an offensive rebound. You talked it up with an easy bucket for Justin Poe. Davidson on top by 9. Trey Glover takes a hard spill. His hip hit right on the hardwood. But just like a sponge, he pops right back up again, Coach.
I tell you what, that's a tough young man right there, because he took a lick on that one.
Oh, yeah, he definitely took a hard lick. He's going to feel that bruise and that pain tomorrow. He might not feel it now for a second, but tomorrow he wakes up and you got to go to school.
You and I wouldn't get out of bed tomorrow.
Wow.
Got to make these free throws.
Glover at the line shooting 1 and 1. Makes the first one.
You know, Coach Diaz had it right what he said. All these close games that they've had, we're going to see if it pays off now. This could be the game that turns the season for them, learning how to win.
Sinks both of them. The lead was 10, so now back to single digits for Davidson. Pushing it across the timeline, Isaiah Kaiser. Poe thought about it for a second, pops it out to Worthy. Back to Poe as he puts a move on Kirsten Rogers.
Good rebound.
Bounces off the rim. Theodore with the rebound. Name we haven't called too much tonight, Lacossie Pines. He gets his rebound. Can he get it in? No. Kirsten Rogers just debows Derek Butler and gets the points. Hey, wow.
That football's coming out.
That was all football, Coach. That was all football.
That was a hungry dog looking to go get some meat.
Rogers just showed the beef for real right there.
What a great way to show hustle and get into the hole and go get in the ball.
Butler swings over to Poe. Kyle's right there, pops and drops and does not go in. Gets his own rebound and takes the easy road, uses the glass. Smart young man, picks up 2 for the Warriors.
9 points down with 5.5 to go. They've got to start making their move. I wouldn't be surprised if they start pressing a little bit, try and get some quick turnovers.
We haven't called Cam Johnson's name in a while. He has the ball right now. Max Wagner on the bench for Davidson with 3 fouls. Jenkins launches a 3. Same team right there. Poe just falls into the arms of Kirsten Rogers. The 2 running backs having a chit-chat in the paint, Coach. Look at there. Wow. As we walk the other way. Checking in for Theodore, Bobby Pruitt. That was hilarious. As we come to the other end of the floor, looks like Poe's going to be going to the free throw line. Wow. Poe averages 6 points a ball game and 3 rebounds a contest. As a team, Davidson shoots 42% from the charity stripe. Misses that one. Back over to Glover, showing that speed. Look at him create. Coach Arrow, he sinks the bucket.
I wouldn't be surprised now when Simmons comes back in, they start full court pressing. Because time's running down. They're 7 down right now. They've got to start doing something off their defense.
Glover has 3 fouls.
Too easy.
Spin move right there for Abrion Clemens. Getting close to his 12-point per game average. Leads back up to 9 for Davidson as we approach the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Brandon Beach and Theodore calls for a full timeout. So Theodore wants to talk this one over, get the full 60 seconds.
Yeah, and they right now, right now, if you're Theodore, you're looking. We've got to get our energy up. We got to get some steals. We got to get some offensive rebounds. On the other side with Davidson, we got to slow the ball down. We're ahead. We've been in close games before. Guys, we know what this is all about. Now is the time for us to show we know how to win.
Definitely got to do that. Down 9 right now. And you can see right there the excitement by the Warriors as they break the huddle from the timeout.
They've been here before. They don't need to celebrate too early.
4:34 remaining in the contest. We have Pines, Johnson, Glover, Rogers, and Pruitt on the floor for the Bobcats. Glover with the ball. He has 3 fouls. He's the only Bobcat I'm aware of. Good 3.
Nice.
Nice by Kirsten. Rogers drops it in.
That was a reversal to a down pick to open up and get the ball inside. Very good execution.
Isaiah Kaiser lost the control of the dribble, but not Butler as he takes a spill. He's wide open, fakes the 3, runs in to Bobby Pruitt, and they call Butler for the foul. Call him on the charge as he talks to Stephen Newhouse like, who, me? What? Come on.
Yeah, and they were doing good with motion outside, and then
here it is.
Take it all the way in.
Fakes out Rogers right there. Boops.
Good call. Good call.
Foul on the play.
They got to play like they're ahead. They're not behind now. They're ahead. Play like you're ahead.
Can the Warriors close the deal? That's something Coach Diaz shared with us. Closing and trying to finish games.
So they're taking a little bit too much time.
Being close. Nice close. Pass. But can you get the win? Once again, down low. Kirsten Rogers.
Shoot that
Cam
thing, big
Johnson
fella.
Didn't use all of his hops.
Good
Still
gracious.
can't get it as they struggle on the floor for it. I can't believe one of those shots did not fall for Cam Johnson. Wow.
Big fella's got to get a little bit softer touch on his shot.
We have a timeout on the floor as we take a look at the replay. I thought for sure that one was going to fall, but the iron not being the friend in this, Bobcats don't have the home court iron advantage, man. Wow.
It was a great effort. You can't say anything about the effort. Bottom line is, got to find a way to finish it.
Got to do that. 46-39 is our score right now here in the fourth quarter of the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
I think Simmons is coming back in. I would think Theodore's getting ready to press.
Don't forget, school starting tomorrow for the MCPSS school system. Want to remind you that masks are strongly recommended to all students and employees that you wear your mask due to the increase in COVID-19 cases. So this is a recommendation coming from the Mobile County Public School System. Mask up, take those masks. I'll make sure my twins have their masks when I drop them off tomorrow morning, Coach.
I went and got my booster 2 weeks ago, and my wife Nelda got it yesterday or 2 days ago.
Okay.
So we're all needled up.
There you go. I'm with you. I received mine a couple months ago as well. Justin Post swings it over to Kyles. Clemens comes back out with it. Back up top, Kyles with the ball. As Bobby Pruitt puts the pressure on him. They have Butler down in the corner, and he gets the ball out. Movement once again from the Warriors. A shot not attempted yet.
We need
as
to go
they continue to work the ball.
We need to go do some trapping or something.
And Trey Glover cannot believe it. He thought it was a travel. He's going to be called for the foul. I believe that's his 4th, Coach Arrow.
Yeah.
And we have a 1-and-1 situation here coming up for Isaiah Kaiser as he goes to the line. And Davidson on top by 7, 46-39. Let's see if the pressure gets to the young man, or he said, I'm going to drain him. And there it is, as you talked about it. Simmons comes back into the ball game.
I wish Simmons would have come back in a little bit sooner. I know he's got some foul trouble, but now Glover's got 4 fouls. They need to press, in my opinion, and get in and out of it, get some easy buckets off some pressure.
So at 2:36, E.J. Simmons comes back in, and look at there. 1, 2, 3, coast to coast. Trey Glover scores for the Bobcats.
All right, here comes the press. Let's see what we got.
Now it picks up. The pressure is on. Okay. Lead is 5 as Kyles comes across the timeline. Butler swings it over to Poe, gets it back to Kaiser. Back to Kyles. Derek Butler shoots it, and he is fouled on the play. Looks like Akasi Pines is going to pick up his first foul. Shooting 2 shots is going to be Derek Butler right here. The 5'10" sophomore guard misses the first one. That's back-to-back free throws missed by the Warriors as Jaden Worthy checks in for Davidson.
Tell you what, if Glover can get the ball down quick again and the rest of the team run, but they got to start trapping and getting some traps.
Butler misses both of them, Coach Arrow.
Nice
they
pass.
Swing it down to Daylon Smith.
That's a foul.
They did not call it. Butler was the closest man to him, but the closest man to the basket right there, Kirsten Rogers.
See, they're pretty much just in man-to-man. They got to go get the ball. Okay, 1 down.
1 possession ball game for Davidson as they're on top 46-43. Theodore trying to get the ball back. Brandon Kyles with the Euro step and scores off the glass as he slashes in for Davidson. Look at Trey Glover. He's done it before.
Nice.
Dishing it to Kirsten Rogers. The lead is still 3 as we approach 1 minute. I was wide open, Coach. I was wide open for the ball. They try to get it to me. E.J. Simmons, disgusted, almost had the turnover.
Congratulations to the officials. They're letting them play. They've been consistent all night. I don't say that very often.
They doubled up on Justin Poe right there. And a quick timeout called by Davidson. Coach Diaz did not want him to turn the ball over, so the officials like, do you want a 30, do you want a full? Come on, Coach, what are we going to do here? But it's Davidson's timeout.
You got to forget it. That officiating is coming out in Coach Diaz.
As he's buying more time, not deciding if he wants a 30. So it's going to be a full timeout here with almost 1 minute remaining in the contest. Davidson in a double bonus, up 3 right here. I wonder if we're going to see Max Wagner coming back in. Coach, he has 3 fouls for the Warriors because the unit they have on the floor right now looks like they're built more for speed and ball control for the most part. No one really down low to hammer it in.
They need their best kids out there that can take care of the ball. They've got to take care of the ball. Good decision making. On the other side, Davidson or Theodore at that time came down this time and trapped. They got a good trap, put pressure on them. Now we're going to see what they can do down there. Again, what we've been talking about. Has Davidson learned how to win?
Here it is. Can you finish? Can you close the deal right here? Up 3 points with 69 seconds remaining here in the contest. A 7A Area 1 matchup for Davidson and Theodore. Poe, Kyles, Kaiser, Worthy, and Butler on the floor.
Just put pressure. You don't need to foul. You don't need to foul.
As you say, they don't need. Daylon Smith commits the foul. I believe that is his first. Heading to the line to shoot 2 is Justin Poe, 6'1" senior. I knew him majority from calling his football games the past 3-4 years. Great running back for the Warriors. There he is, Coach Max Wagner checking in with his 3 fouls.
Yeah, good call.
Coach Diaz bringing in the height right here. Maybe if Poe misses this, I can get the rebound. You know, the chess match has started. And it bounces off, but brought down by Derek Butler. But they're going to catch him on the traveling. He went right on his back.
Well, Theodore lucky that they didn't give up that offensive rebound.
Got the rebound, just the technicality caught him on traveling. So Davidson up 4 here, running it, pushing it. Trey Glover to E.J. Simmons. He forces it in front of Wagner. Cannot get the bucket. Daylon Smith wide open here back on the 3. They don't get it to him. Kirsten Rogers definitely down low and putting the beef on him. Count the basket for Kirsten Rogers.
He called it. He put the beef on him. He went up strong. I tell you what, those football guys know how to use their body.
Look at him push off Justin Poe right there.
Get that hip in.
Got him on the hip, yep. That's how they taught me at the Y downtown, Coach. Put him on your hip. Let's see if he can complete it. Oh, no, misses the free throw. Wagner with the rebound. They put the pressure on him, and a little quickie foul call right there. Let's see if it's going to go on Simmons or will it go on Smith. It's on Simmons, Coach. I believe that's his 3rd. Simmons upset with that.
Yeah. We're gonna find out. You know, really, that wasn't a bad foul, but the bottom line is, can he make it? And then they got to come down and get a good shot.
Max Wagner, 6'5", junior center, misses the first.
So far, it's a good foul.
That's right.
And he's been out of the game for a while, so he's cold.
He's cold. He's coming in
cold. It is cold in here.
Good out, and it is cold in here, Coach. You're right about that. And the Theodore Bobcat faithful stepping on the bleachers, trying to upset the young man as he misses both of them. Derek Butler had his hands on it, but over the back came Kirsten Rogers and knocked it out. And it's going to be Davidson's ball as they're going to retain possession here.
Oh, that was a big play there.
49-47. We've got a good one here, Coach. 37 seconds remaining. They squeeze it down to Butler. He was looking for the foul. Glover doesn't have the numbers. He's got to pull it out. Kirsten Rogers cannot complete the shot. 22 seconds remaining. We have a foul called, or is that a timeout?
Timeout. Coach got a timeout.
I believe Coach Beach got the timeout for Theodore. Davidson is out of timeouts, I believe, according to our screen. And we have an injured player. I believe that's Takashi Pines on the floor. They have taken one to the stomach, maybe not got the air knocked out of him.
Well, we've got another 2-point ball game coming up right now. 21 seconds to go. We're going to see which coach draws up something that wins this thing.
We'll take a break and come right back. Bring you hopefully the end of this ball game. Davidson and Theodore, the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. We welcome you back to the campus of Theodore High School. We'll set the scene for you. 4th quarter, Davidson on top by 2. They're in the double bonus. Theodore has the ball with 21 seconds left. I'm not going to say the pressure's on Coach Beach to call the right play, Coach Era, but you got to draw up something that's going to get this game tied right here. And they go to Kirsten Rogers. He's been delivering and does it again. Big 12 drops it in for the Bobcats, and we're tied at 49.
Don't foul.
Across the timeline goes Brandon Kyles over to Justin Poe, slashes it in, no good. Wagner goes off of his hand with 1 second.
0.
Coach Beach saying we want 1 second on the clock, but the clock says 0, so let's see what the officials will say as far as if we're going to overtime or if a foul has been called.
No matter what, that's great effort the last 15 seconds of this ball game on both parts.
So, Coach Arrow, they've put 2 seconds on the clock.
I saw one, but
I saw one.
You saw that.
They put 2 up here.
Where are we playing at? that's
right
worth
here.
1 second. So now they got 2 seconds.
I saw one. So,
that's what I saw.
So it looks as if Theodore has used their last timeout to set something up here. Coach Brandon Beach is going to be given 2 seconds on the clock. That was a big bucket by Kirsten Rogers down at the top. He has really stepped it up in the last couple minutes here for the Bobcats, using his size and beef on Davidson.
And I'm going to say again, the officials have been consistent. It could have been very easily a charge. They didn't call it down here at this end. They didn't call it down, so they've been consistent.
Good observation right there, Coach Arrow. Al Whedon, Ronnie Arrow, China Powell, Matt Moore, our statisticians, bringing you great high school basketball. We've had 1 overtime and possibly on the verge of a second if a basket is not scored right here by Theodore. We'll have like double free basketball tonight, Coach. 1 overtime, and we'll have 2. So 2 seconds remain here. We know at the end of the third quarter, Isaiah Kaiser made a 3 off the backboard. That counted. Let's see what Theodore can do. The long ball goes. Justin Poe intercepts it, throws it up. It will count. Off the rim.
And that was a late clock.
That was, Coach.
I was like 4 seconds. That was like 4 seconds.
That was a long 2 seconds, Coach.
And we're playing at Theodore. We're going to have a new clock man next game.
Well, we have more overtime headed your way. Wow, that's how you start the new year for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Each month, more than 90 guns are reported stolen from unlocked vehicles, creating the potential of serious injury or death.
Lock it up.
Many violent acts and crimes are committed with stolen guns.
Lock it up.
According to ATF, stolen guns pose a substantial threat to public safety.
Lock it up.
Be responsible. Take time to record your handgun serial number and secure it from thieves. Lock it up.
Lock it up for me.
We are back on the campus of Theodore High School. Coach Arrow, if you would have told me we were going to have 2 overtimes tonight, I wouldn't have saw it coming.
To start the new year.
To start the new year off. The girls go to overtime and the boys go to overtime. And the tip-off is going to go over to Theodore, as a matter of fact.
Here's a major situation. Both guards for Theodore are in foul trouble.
Right.
If they lose one of them, that's not good.
Both on the floor right now, E.J. Simmons and Trey Glover. Simmons just took the ball out right in front of us here at our table. Kirsten Rogers turned it on late in the fourth quarter for the Bobcats and making some crucial buckets for them. They bring back in the big guy, Cam Johnson, and Davidson leaves that big guy in as well. That's a long 3 for Braden Jenkins. Does not go through.
Nice play.
Look at the move by Kirsten Rogers, showing the athleticism as he scores the first baskets of overtime. And Theodore has their first lead since sometime in the third quarter.
That shot by Jenkins could have counted 5 points.
Yeah.
That was almost in the restroom where he took that from.
Wagner with the head fake, loses control of it, back over to Brandon Kiles. Launching a 3, no good for Clemens. Theodore pleading that it's our ball as the the officials are going to discuss it. Davidson basketball. 51-49, Theodore on top. As Kirsten Rogers has pretty much just taken over the end of the fourth quarter for the Bobcats and willed them back into this ball game.
Tell you what, taking nothing away from this game, our next ball game Friday night is going to be a really good game also.
We'll be having LaFleur versus BC Reign, the girls and the boys on the campus of BC Reign, down on the dip. Rogers saves it. Clemens intercepts the pass as he throws it over. Derek Butler gets the ball back, trying to make a move, and it goes out off of his foot. So it'll be Theodore basketball. 2:38 remains, Coach. Only 2 points put up by Kirsten Rogers so far.
And Glover caused that turnover. I mean, he was all over him with intensity, didn't foul him, played smart ball.
Another long three from Jenkins. This one goes in. That was big right there as Braden Jenkins hit a three for Theodore. 54-49 is our score.
Both bunches just need to run their stuff and not panic. Nice
Justin
rebound.
Poe put it up. It didn't drop, but Abrion Clemens was there. Johnny on the spot to get the bucket for Davidson. Davidson down three right now.
That's a good call.
Justin Poe forces that ball and forces it out against Glover, who can't believe it. I'm sorry, that was on Simmons.
Yeah, it was on Simmons. He tried to do too much, and you can't beat pressure by just dribbling. Look up the court. There was two players open down the court. You got to throw it down the court and hit the open people.
Butler lost the grip on it. They get it over to Kyles. Floor looks like it may be a bit slippery. Players are sliding around. Ball is still alive. Brandon Kyles with it as we are 90 seconds away in overtime. Launches a three, almost like a knuckleball. No spin on it at all. Kyle's shot does not go down.
I'm sure Coach Diaz didn't want that shot. After all that passing and throw up that ball, that was a poor decision.
Not the high percentage shot for the Warriors right there. Jenkins gets one of the Warriors in the air to commit the foul. No correction. Timeout call.
Great timeout
by Coach Brandon Beach and Theodore. 64 seconds remaining here in the overtime. So he's going to use his one remaining timeout that he had in overtime and set something up right now, up 3 points.
For all the assistant coaches here and whoever's listening, this has been a great trial for Coach Beach. He's been well coached, 5 years under Phillip, and he's done a tremendous job tonight. And whoever wins, wins. But I'm glad to see that things are going now. Coach Yez played for us at South Alabama when I was there. He's got to see if his guys are going to be able to win this game. Okay, enough is enough. Then it comes time when you look at the players as guys, it's on y'all. Figure it out.
Yep.
We've been through this. Figure it out.
And they had the lead toward the end of the fourth quarter. Just could not close the deal, as he talked about, and now down 3 points with Theodore having possession of the ball. 64 seconds remains here in the overtime.
Both Glover and Simmons have got to take care of the ball. They can't try and do too much at one time like that.
And Glover trying to set a back screen for Simmons and call for the foul.
You can't.
No, not a foul. Just he dribbled out of bounds. He ran out of room. He was trying to set the back screen, and Simmons ran out of real estate, basically. Landon Turner going to the table, checking in for the Warriors.
The bottom line is they're ahead.
That's right.
You know, why press it?
No need to force it there. Timeout called by Davidson. So now the chess match goes on. Coach Diaz wants to call a timeout, set up his play. They're down 3, 41 seconds. All right, Coach, take me into the huddle. What are we dialing up right here? We're down 3.
We don't need necessarily a 3. We got plenty of time. I would say once they get the ball, we're going to run something, get a good shot, whether it's a 3 or a 2, but get a good shot. We don't have to take a forced 3, take a wide open 3, or get the ball to the hole and get fouled. One of those two things. If they miss, they got to set up a press. They got to set up a press and be able to do something to be able to get the ball back.
We have no timeouts remaining here,
Yeah, no timeouts, and probably they're going to take 10, 15, 18, 20 seconds off the clock. So you got to prepare your offense. You got to prepare your defense for if you make or miss.
So you would probably say bringing inbound the ball, get the motion going with maybe about 30, 25 seconds?
I would run quick motion, look inside. You can always get the ball inside. Try and do it where you can either penetrate, get it inside, or pitch. If you got the 3, take it.
Landon Turner, Abraham Clemens, Derek Butler, Max Wagner, and Brandon Kyles on the 4. As Turner inbounds it to Kyles, back to Turner, his first 3 of the night, off the rim. Ball is still alive. Looks like Theodore has it. No, Davidson basketball. Davidson's going to get possession.
My man Glover don't get a technical. You know, you can't, you got to hold your body language.
Clemens going to inbound it, so they drew up the play for Landon Turner to take the 3. Down low, back door, cutting in. Derek Butler, can't believe it would not drop for him.
Yeah, great cut.
If that would have fallen, he'd be at the line shooting 1 to tie the ball game. But what is critical now is you have to make these 2.
You got to make your free throws. If you make your free throws, just come back, put pressure on them. Don't foul. Don't foul.
Makes the first one. Davidson down 2, 26 seconds. Both teams out of timeouts right here. The 5'10" sophomore guard. Derek Butler at the line shooting the second of 2. That one rims off. Wagner had his fingertips on it and couldn't get it.
Now you got to foul.
Now you want him to foul. As Simmons looks over to us. We shooting, we shooting, we shooting. I'm not the official, young man. But they are going to be putting you on the line. E.J. Simmons goes to the line. 17 seconds remaining here.
2 seconds.
2 shots for the Bobcats.
2 points. Need these 2.
Misses the first one. Landon Turner going to check back in. Abraham Clemens going to check back in for Davidson.
If he makes this one, get back. Don't give up a 3. Don't give up a 3. Guard the 3-point line.
Derek Butler signaling to Brandon Kyles, you come down here and take my place on the block. No, they're both going to be down there with Wagner as well. No Bobcats to rebound if there's a miss. This adds a lot of pressure if he can make this one, Coach Arrow. And does. Now we're back to the 3-point lead. No timeouts for Davidson. Landon Turner working it. They're working the ball. Brandon Kyles.
Foul, foul, foul.
Shooting, nope. Landon Carter. Landon Carter is, I'm sorry, Turner. Landon Turner fouled on the play. They're calling for 2 shots, the official. I thought he was behind the line, but he wasn't in the act of shooting.
They should have fouled a little bit earlier, especially not in the act of shooting. You don't want to foul then.
Now the officials are going to talk about it. Correction, they're pulling the substitutions out. So let's take a look here. Turner gets the ball. He's behind the 3 line. Now he's, there. So he was not in the act of shooting. So it's just 2 shots. Good job on the replay there. Charles Martin in the truck and the crew. Turner misses the first one. Say, Coach, good foul.
Well, he should have done a little bit quicker and definitely not leave the ground while they're shooting.
3 seconds remain here. Turner tries to go with the purposeful miss, hits nothing but the net. So Theodore, all they have to do is play keep away for 3 seconds, and they'll get the win tonight. And most importantly, Coach Beach is going to get the win as Coach Roebling's out tonight dealing with his illness, so that'll be huge.
Coach Roebling, I know that leg is feeling better.
A win always makes it feel better, Coach
No
Arrow.
question. No question. Congratulations on Coach Beach.
That ball goes out of bounds off of Theodore. There is still life. There's still opportunity for Davidson. No timeouts. Checking into the ball game, E.J. Simmons. Also, Braden Jenkins for Theodore. 2 seconds. Davidson down 3. Landon Turner puts it up, and it is no good. So 55-52 is going to be our score as Theodore gets the win tonight in overtime. Coach, our second overtime. We had back-to-back overtime games tonight.
Yeah, it was really a good night. We're looking forward to Friday over at BC Reigns with that game. But I want to thank the crew here tonight. Excellent 2 games, and basketball in Mobile is coming on up.
It is huge. I mean, it was great to have everyone tuning in tonight. We'll try to get a look at the final numbers, and there they are right there. The stats tell the story. 22 of 42 for Theodore tonight as they work themselves out of the hole, and on threes, only 1 of 9. Wow, and look at the rebounds, 28-22.
And Davidson only had 2 more threes, so the bottom line.
Right. For a team that averages 2 threes a game, they shot 11 tonight. But for Theodore, 1 for 9 on 3. Coach Brandon Beach is going to join us. Congratulations on the win. Coach, I got to ask you, toward the end of the 4th quarter and overtime, it turned into the Kirsten Rogers show for you guys.
Hey, he's an animal on the football field. He was an animal on the basketball court tonight. It was great. We just kept feeding him, and he kept scoring. So.
Yeah.
Did you want them to foul a little bit earlier and not leave the ground? Or were you just going to play it out and let them go ahead and
gonna let them play it out. We kept leaving the floor. You know, every time they shot, we'd leave the floor, and it was no good for us. They'd go right by us. But I didn't want them to foul, but it ended up working out. So
I told Al, I know Phillip's leg is feeling a lot better right now.
It sure is. It's been hurting a lot worse.
Congratulations. You did a really good job.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Coach Beach. We appreciate you stopping by, and we appreciate you all watching us tonight for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Don't forget, this Friday, we're heading down to the DIP, Dauphin Island Parkway. It's LaFleur versus BC Reign. For China Powell, Matt Moore, our statistician, our color guy, Coach Ronnie Arrow, executive producer Quentin Howard, director Wade Ford. I'm Al Wheaton, thanking you for joining us for another MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Have a great night.